I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. Look at me, hands in the air like it's good to be alive. And I'm a famous rapper, even when the paths are all crooked D. I can show you how to do-si-do, I can show you how to scratch a record. I can take apart the remote control, and I can almost put it back together. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem, I can tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words to De Colores, and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friend saw a platypus, me and my friend made a comic book, and guess how long it took? I can't do anything that I want, cause look, I can keep rhythm with no metronome. No metronome, no metronome. And I can see your face on the telephone, on the telephone, on the telephone. Look at me, just called to say that it's good to be alive in such a small world. I'm all curled up with a book to read. I can make money, open up a thrift store. I can make a living off a magazine. I can design an engine, 64 miles to a gallon of gasoline. I can make new antibiotics. I can make computers survive aquatic conditions. I know how to run the business, and I can make you want to buy a product. Movers, shakers, and producers. Me and my friends understand the future. I see the strings that control the system. I can do anything with no resistance, cause I can lead a nation with a microphone. With a microphone, with a microphone. And I can split the atom of a molecule, of a molecule, of a molecule. Driving and I won't stop, and it feels so good to be alive and on top. My reach is global, my tower secure, my cause is noble, my power is pure. I can hand out 1 million vaccinations, or let them all die in exasperation. Have them all healed from the lacerations, have them all killed by assassination. I can make anybody go to prison just because I don't like them, and I can do anything with no permission. I have it all under my command because I can guide a missile by satellite, by satellite, by satellite. And I can hit a target through a telescope, through a telescope, through a telescope. And I can end the planet in a holocaust, 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 in a holocaust. With no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars.
Insane manipulation grind.
Hey, y'all know how, like, whoa. I learned to draw and do art on this stream. You all witnessed my skill level and how I just learned to do that. Do you guys think I could learn to play the drums? I couldn't even play the recorder in elementary school. Music, I don't get it. Those do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, da, that doesn't make no fucking sense. Like, I want to do rap songs, actually. So what am I to do with that? But then Guitar Hero came out, and I said, wow, if they just made music notes controller fucking buttons, I would be awesome at music, actually. But when it comes to a drum, they're kind of like controller buttons. There's not that many of them. And I don't know, I feel like I can hear a song and know what they're hitting, in what sequence they're hitting it. And I've never touched a drum kit in my life. You think I can play the drums? Well, we come to this stream to discuss the YouTube drama. I'm a bit bummed out. I thought I'd have more fun during my religious deep dive, but I really didn't. The Christianity stuff always bums me out because so many people believe in it and would die for it and think it's the greatest thing on earth. And I dare sit here and hear the whole story and I just go, shrug, I don't get it. I like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe better, actually. Aslan had a better character arc, and I understood him more as a creature. Like, whoa. I just don't get it. And because I don't get it, I have to hurt myself by talking about the war. The war! The war! The war! So today, Lolcow Ian Jomha is gonna have opinions on how we should start killing games. That's the new movement that people are about.
It's funny that they never, they always use fast-paced as, like, a good thing, but, like, card games or no other games really use slow-paced as, like, a incentive or a feature. That would work on me. You call your game slow-paced, I'm like, oh, yeah, sick. That appeals to my CTE. That gas tank. I think the problem is there's just too many goddamn games. We need to stop making games. Fungi Man? Should I click on Fungi Man? This has got to be ass. It already looks like ass. This is literally...
Thank you so much, Stoic Chronicles, for, like, starting to write things down and doing visual things, because sometimes I can't follow the things Ian Jomha says with his wisdom. I'm gonna be honest. It loops around and I often forget why we came. Oh man, those patrons were almost below 500. It was 1,000, like, a couple months ago when the primes were hopping. I bet all those went to Anissa, if any at all, to the Jomha clan.
Slenderman. With some animations. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm calling it. This is so bad. You had an opportunity to give me a jump scare and you couldn't even do that?
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick.
They need to make more good story-driven RPGs? Perhaps. Fallout New Vegas was the last game I played and super focused on probably a few months ago. I'm drained. Yeah, same here. I got through a good amount of...
That seems like stolen valor. I mean, what gaming have we really seen on the iDubbbz channel other than fucking around in the first part of World of Warcraft over and over again? I must say it. Fake gamer, I think.
New Vegas, and I'm like, man, that's a great game. That should hold me over for the next year. Check this one out. It's a Devolver game. I love Devolver. New polar region. This is just
I got a new gizmo for you.
indie Borderlands. I'm such a hater, dude.
Well, all right now, get out
I can't appreciate this.
there. Got a whole new area to watch after.
Maybe I hate games. I look at this and I'm like, yeah, you're not offering me anything more
That's how I felt when I learned about Christianity in Bible trailer.
than what Risk of Rain 2 already offered.
But then we watched the documentary on the fucking amazing atheist yesterday, and it'd be better to be, I don't know. No, it wouldn't be better to be Jeremy. Jeremy Hambley and Amazing Atheist are the same person. I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching that documentary, I kept thinking, when's he gonna piss in the basement, though? Yeah, sure, he fucked a banana, but when are we getting to the crescendo? They have the same fucking attitude. Like,
Me. Like, what is this? Like, is this gonna hack my brain? I don't think it is. I'm looking for a game to take over my body. I need to have dreams about it. I'm not gonna have dreams about this. Question for anyone who's played this. Could you make a zoo that has nothing but lemurs? Like, every exhibit is lemurs? Can you call it Lemurtopia?
news! News! News happening here today on my thing. Why? Oh, it's birdies. Guys, look at the birds. Where is this? This can't be live. It's daytime. The day isn't shining here. Look at it. It's one of them stork looking things. Oh, it's in a different country. That's why the time is different. Why did it autoplay to that? You know what, though? I've got a lot of things that I put in order. Nicely, I did. So many things here. We're even going to talk about fucking Destiny today. I can't believe it if we get there.
The drama with the quartering.
Let's just do the quartering right now and get it the fuck out the way. I hate him so much. I hate looking at all the thumbnails of him on my YouTube because why is he still here? He is, well, one, he is 1,000% guilty of the copyright thing. Who fuck else is doing it? And now we got all these Kino Casino clip channels all over my YouTube dashboard because he keeps reporting them, and then they're doing Hydra techniques where every one of them he takes down, 4 more come up with clips of Jeremy being gross. Just Kino Casino clips of them fucking roasting him all over the place because he won't take an L. Fucking internet terrorism.
Has continued to rage online, now involving him and Yellow Flash trying to have a debate about everything going on.
Now, Yellow Flash isn't Zoom, right? Corey Barnhill? Because I thought he had like a fucking yellow reverse flash thing. I don't know. I don't like that guy.
And despite 2 attempts to schedule said debates, Quartering has not shown up for either. With the second time mere hours before they were supposed to go live, him stating he's now taking an internet and phone detox to avoid the situation. However, very shortly after, he was still interacting on Twitter and even posting videos to his YouTube channel. Additionally, he went online and was posting pictures of Yellow Flash's face along with revealing his first name. However, in his defense, many online argue this was already public information and not necessarily a dox. But the Quartering has still received criticism regardless for overall evading this debate and confrontation. But there's lots to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus the Quartering and Yellow Flash guy.
The Quartering was here for internet blood sports. What a bitch. It's like, I mean, we need to do a redo of 2018. I feel internet blood sports is coming back, everybody. I feel the blood in the water. We just get Hassan Piker in one bad debate where he can't fucking word salad his way out of anything, and the blood is spilled, and we're back in it, folks. Jeremy Hambley is too weak, though. He can't make it to the internet future. He must be destroyed.
Check this out. We'll start the story here when Songs in the Key of CWC tweets out "Wait what?" and it's a picture of a now deleted Quartering tweet where the Quartering tweeted out Yellow Flash's stream and captioned it by saying, "I will be appearing on tonight's Yellow Flash Guy show. Make sure you tune in. This is finally the time where I get epically owned. It's time for me to be taken to task by an ultra smart guy, and so why not let it be this show? He is going to out guaranteed, by the way. Just big-brained epic super moral god like Yellow Flash versus me. I can't wait. I am super nervous though because he is likely to destroy me. But well,
I fucking hate him. I hate him. Stop. Like, these are his tweets. These are his tweets being read by Connor, who runs his channel, right? It's Connor's voice, but all I hear is, "I'm disgusting and need handout and am a welfare case and need to play with my toys today. I'm hot bitch." Gross.
a 1v1 is only fair. And for context, this here was on April 29th, as you can see right here. However, he didn't show up to this stream, as he also the same day here on April 29th, that Wednesday, tweeted out that he was on TV at a baseball game here in the crowd. So instead, they rescheduled the stream. These are DMs between Yellow Flash and the Quartering. Yellow Flash says, "Here you go." And Quartering says, "1v1, since you already had tonight planned, We can pick another day. I don't want to make you kick anybody. Friday or Sunday work? And Flash says Friday nights. What is the debate? Your shorts views? I don't give shit about those. And then he sends the screenshot of the email that accidentally leaked on one of Quartering's videos, where you can see it clearly says thanks for your report to YouTube, something that shows up when you flag a channel, and Yellow Flash captures it by saying bring this email at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Quartering replies, it doesn't exist. Ask Bearing. Did a screen record for him. And Flash replies, that's a lie. It exists. It's right there. We all see it. And Quartering says, ask him for the video. I'm happy to show you on stream. Save it for the epic ownage stream. I can't wait. And Flash says, you just said you don't have the email. Probably because you deleted it. And Quartering says, save it for the stream. It will be epic. I can't wait. And Flash replies, I don't believe you.
Stop talking, Jeremy Hambley. As your not even lawyer, I've got to say, you are being smug just to dodge a debate and continuously add no fucking proof to anybody to prove anything while still being smug. How dare you? Freeze the war on the Anishas and the Hassan Pikers of the world. Honestly, CNN, stop your bullying of the leftist. Please pay attention to Jeremy Hambley. This needs to... He can't keep getting away with it. It's been too many years of this. We're done.
For dude, you're lying. What is this debate? For me to believe you? Nobody believes you. Well, I'll see you then. And Quartering says, you should bring up how I deleted my Discord and my coffee company is failing too. It's gonna be awesome. And Flash says, don't DM me anymore. And Quartering says, I'm pumped, man. Really excited to be platformed by you. Ha 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 ha. And Flash says, I don't want DMs with you anymore. And Quartering says, cool. Have a good one. See you Friday. Then there were some now deleted tweets. However, Cyberpunk Meta on Kiwi Farms screenshotted some of them and posted it, where he says, oh boy, the pant-pissing of who lets both a Jewish bull Adam Sellers his wife and Brandon as well. Jeremy Cuckley is crashing out right now and he allegedly doxed Yellow Flash. And there's 3 different tweets here. The first one is Mr. Zombie saying, like when you ran from the Kino Casino when they were going to debate you. And Quartering quote tweets him saying, anytime they want me on, I am ready. This has been my position for months. They hide behind wanting to know my financial reports because they
anytime they want you on. How could we trust him after the Medicare debate from 2018 where he wanted to go on Medicare's thing to debate? Oh, remember this shitty shit he was doing? Why are we acting like he would be any fucking different? Okay, so just very quick. During the Sargon of Akkad drama, the Quartering and fucking Medicare had some beef. Medicare said, Quartering, you're fucking stupid. And the Quartering said, let me on your show, Jim. Let me on your show, because I'm going to get people to send bad super chats and get your stream and channel blocked. Yes, I am. So they're like, no, Quartering, let's go on your channel. And the Quartering would, not let them on. But the Quartering is a clout monster, so let Keemstar on. And then Keemstar just stuck Medicare into the call. And Quartering was called a pussy fucking bitch. And what are we doing today? Interesting. No one learns.
they know they will get embarrassed. Anytime they are ready, I am here. Along with this post by the Quartering where he says, I want to give Yellow Flash a huge respect for accepting a 1v1 debate tonight. That coward from Side Scrollers ran, but at least this Giga Chat is going to stand by the dozens of videos he's made spreading totally true facts about me. Huge ups to Yellow Flash. See you in an hour. And third is this post by AC Skillies, who says, you really think you're coming out the other side of this, don't you? You're not. And Quartering quote tweets by saying, I know I am. The biggest mistake creators make is thinking the opinions of people who don't even watch their content is the most important thing. This is why most of these tards use like 7 different X accounts to try and gaslight people into thinking there is a consensus. And additionally, as a side note, another
that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. What? Okay, so like 7 people will go on Twitter and say Jeremy Hambley sucks, and somehow that translates to SlopTube videos that'll get like 30K or whatever views. I'm sorry, I don't get it. What, Jeremy? That was your argument? Stop talking, Jeremy.
Creator Bearing quote tweeted one of these now deleted quartering posts. Unfortunately, now it is unavailable, but he just says, I will jump on, talking about hopping onto one of Yellow Flash's streams. And quartering says, nah, we can talk on your channel man to man too. This is Yellow Flash's big chance. Don't rob him of it. Then Andy Worski tweets out, quartering is now doxing Yellow Flash because Yellow Flash agreed to have him on his show tonight. What a dirty scumbag. And Splitax replies, I hate to be that guy, Worski, but putting publicly available picture on the tweet isn't doxing. And Worski says, it was a leaked photo from the past that he is pushing now to his viewers in order to strong-arm Yellow Flash. And Splitax says, I'm not saying him posting it is not scum behavior. It is. However, this picture circulated Twitter and YouTube for a long time. He still has face covered on it, so it's not doxing. It's just him being a C. And Worski says, it's still pushing a dox. Doesn't he cry about his wife being shown even though she was in a ton of videos? And Splitax says he does. We all know he's a raging hypocrite. His wife is a public figure at this point. Graz replies to Andy Worski's original post by saying, Flash better move the stream over to Rumble when Jer comes on, or else you know he will pull some bull and put his YouTube channel in danger. YOLO.
Yeah, that's the first thing, because why would we assume he wouldn't? Why would we fucking... It's what he used to do.
Flash also makes a video on the situation, and in it he clarifies the doxing allegations and gives more specifics on it. And here is a clip from his video.
But I want to show you a couple of things that he did do to try to get my attention. One was, well, he thought he was doxing me. He put my name out there, which is Kevin, saying, come on, Kevin, let's go. Then posted an older picture of me from when I was at Anime Matsuri in cosplay on a panel, which is, you know, why I have this mask on my face, as you can see. But nobody ever shows the more recent pictures where I was at MegaCon, where it shows like how much better in shape I am now. Everyone just keeps going back to the old one, which is fine. I guess I'll just be fat forever. But I wanted you guys to see all of those to show you what kind of guy he is and kind of probably has always been. You know, someone that will go that low.
Then with all this going on, the quartering decided to make a post on his page. This was at roughly 5 p.m. Eastern on a Friday, May 1st, when the debate conversation was supposed to happen in just a few hours at 9 p.m. But quartering says, doing a phone/internet detox this weekend. There are a lot of reasons for it, but I'm also hoping it will help me get a more restful sleep. I've been having trouble sleeping for the last 5 or 6 months, hence the giant bags under my eyes. Melatonin, CBD, white noise failed. See ya Monday. And Yellow Flash replies to this picture of himself approaching the quartering, along with this gif of a chicken. Saloni replies to the quartering by saying, you've a ton of hidden replies since your detox. Amazing work. And for context, on a separate tweet, Kinoblade Chronicles tweets out the quartering, hey everyone, I'm taking a mental health break over the weekend. See you on Monday. Spends the next 6 hours furiously hiding replies, and he attaches this video of the quartering's tweets that we just read, and then opening up the view hidden replies and scrolling through dozens and dozens of replies that quartering hid. Essentially all of them talking about the debate or saying he's going to be drunkenly recording women, so much for debating Yellow Flash guy, and just dozens of other various tweets about the situation, all hidden. Andy Worski tweets out a screenshot of the tweet with the caption, quartering ran from Yellow Flash. Again, this is the second time he ran. What a bum. Run, quartering, run. Monday is not going to be easier, boy. And Yellow Flash quoted him by saying, remember, he said this was all going to blow over by May 4th. Mississippi AF replies to the quartering's post by saying, Lamau, you'll be back before Saturday night. Honestly, you should take the whole month of May off, but then I'd have no one to make fun of, so it's your call. Banjo-Kazooie replies to the quartering's post by saying, well, everyone needs to be away from their phone/internet every now and then, but doing it after agreeing to do a 1v1 with Yellow Flash is bloody disgraceful. Also, you won't do it on any other platform than YouTube because you can't take the
For real. Yeah, so YouTube is where he's got like a manager and then channels are magically disappearing, but I don't understand why anybody who's... Like, I don't get that ability. What would be the point of someone's YouTube manager silencing ops, but like, that could be done to you. So just be best for no one else to ever do it. I would think. I don't know. We don't know much about these managers. They're like the people that you do not dox and no one knows their names.
them down with swearing or NSFW images. Meme Copium makes an independent tweet on the situation where they say, the quartering is currently ducking Yellow Flash after demanding to 1v1 him all week. Despite having the link to join a stream with Bearing, Flash, and Camelot, he refused to join, saying he was ready when Flash was shutting down the stream. They rescheduled for now. Flash is live waiting for him, but Jeremy has decided he's too sleepy. No pair Jer in full effect. And just to verify,
Sargon of Akkad capo to the end. This was Sargon's strategy. He would fucking do something fucking stupid and smug. Everyone would get mad at him. Then on call, when everyone's addressing him, he'd always be tired. So sweepy. You know, it's just so late. And then he'd like jump on a call with short fat otaku or something.
from earlier, this user is also looking at the hidden replies and specifically the timestamps that they were hidden, saying the quartering is still online despite claiming he was going offline 4 hours ago to hide from the Yellow Flash guy. You can check if he's online by looking at hidden replies. He hid one at 28 minutes ago, and showing this screenshot, this is many hours after he said he was taking a detox. He's hiding this reply by Jazora Rises. Then Kinobladed Chronicles tweets out this clip with the caption, "The quartering caught lying about his weekend detox by Dermy Wormy."
This is the worst part of your job. This here. I have 3 German Shepherds, but I'll never do this. That's the worst part of your job. You, you idiot.
Today's Saturday, May 2nd.
Oh, he actually recorded this. Oh, I actually thought he might not have recorded this today. I actually thought this might have been recorded yesterday and he just uploaded. He's actually saying today is Saturday, May 2nd. He did record. Internet detox. Internet detox. Ring it. Where's the bell? Where's the bell? He says it. Internet detox yesterday. Doing a phone/internet detox this weekend.
It is the worst part of my job. Today's Saturday, May 2nd.
He actually had to look at the clock. He had to look. You see him. You see him look down. Watch. See, that's him. That's him. That is him looking at the time. It is Saturday, May 2nd. That's him making sure, saying this is him openly showing us that he's not doing. He lied. He lied.
Saturday, May 2nd. I will spend the entire day making shorts for the.
Liar!
Why are these fucking lame YouTubers always having, like, meetings with their fans to discuss how we're gonna boost the algorithm today? I'm sorry, I want content.
He's a liar that lies! He's a liar that lies! He's a liar!
And follows it up saying, of course, he was already caught when he spent 6+ hours hiding posts on his tweet. BJ says, he blocked me for replying "see you tomorrow, Jared" to his detox post. Yellow Flash Guy then tweets out the same picture we looked at earlier and now captions it by saying, "Oh no, the quartering now has my full attention. He should have taken the Bearing a Mercy stream. I can also tell you higher up people at YouTube are very aware of what's going on now. From what I hear, they're not happy with his flagging. His reign of terror is coming to an end." And Dash Attack says, the funniest thing is all he had to do was not with Kino Casino and just own the bull gossip. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko.
That was all he had to do. It was true. Okay, back to the original programming.
Quit getting high.
I'm gonna watch this, actually. See if this will improve my life, because religion hasn't done it. Art hasn't done it. And Stardew hasn't done it. Maybe it's the drugs.
For 30 full days after years of consistent use. No wake and bakes, no funny gummies, and even no nighttime tokes. Did I take back control of my life, unlock my full potential, and level up like every Instagram influencer would have you believe? Or did I just realize something way simpler? Well, I guess first we should start from the beginning.
Get a dog? Maybe, but then I'd have to be responsible.
Decision to go clean like a jelly bean. It started with my arrival into my new home, Amsterdam, the city of, well, drugs and weeds. Expensive weed at that. I was coming from a not-so-legal country, a country where the za was a rare blessing, a commodity not to be wasted lightly. But my new reality was unlimited zaza. So I smoked. I smoked weed every day, and the more I smoked, the chiller I got. I had made it.
I'm sorry, this has been me in fucking Grand Rapids, Michigan. I came from Indiana, a place where it's illegal, and the cops will beat you with fucking pixie sticks. And they'll throw your pipe down the drain because they don't like crime in Indiana. I can't even say that seriously. They're just not allowed to have any more drugs or anything because they keep killing people all the fucking time and they won't behave. States that don't behave don't get nice things like pot. I just always assumed that was why.
Coasted up in my apartment, living like a king, playing Crimson Desert, eating pizza and shooing hoops. Happily ever after, right? Well, the thing with happily ever afters is they don't exist. But the more I smoked and the more I chilled, the more I wanted to believe that they did. I was getting so faded and abusing the things in my life that actually had value as tools for unwinding and turning them into the main quest line. But inside, I felt empty. Not depressed or anything, but like something was missing. Purpose. And the way I had programmed my brain over that time was simple. Feel empty equals smoke it away, which we all know isn't exactly healthy. Until finally I snapped. I was tired of always being chill, always being calm like nothing's wrong when clearly something was wrong. So for the first time I started thinking, it's the weed. It's gotta be the weed. That's easy. I'll just quit. Okay, well, maybe after tonight.
One day later.
Wait.
That's how we keep having these streams, folks. This exact reason. Tonight's gonna be the last night.
Supposed to quit? Oh, well, since I'm already faded, I'll do it tomorrow.
The next day.
Life is a highway, and I wanna ride it all night long. Wait. I wasn't supposed to smoke today. Fuck. No, hold up, Brain. What's up, bro? You low-key got me effed up right now, dog. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't run this place no more. Man, I can't believe I let this get so far. My brain refuses to accept the idea that the za might be...
Said the nice thing is, I should want to quit because the longer you quit, the better it hits next time you do it. And it's not that fun if you do it every day, like he's saying.
A bit of a problem right now. If I was gonna fight myself and...
And you know who else was high on marijuana consistently, waking and baking to the morning to the night? Pablo Escobar. And did it work out? Did being chill all the time really work out for him? No.
Crippling Zaza addiction, I was gonna need some help. There was only one man on planet Earth that could bestow upon me the self-improvement and alpha male motivation I needed to get back to my usual ways. I'm talking, of course, about Prime 2022 Andrew Tate.
With sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm.
Okay, that last part might have been a bit over-exaggerated, but point is, I decided I was gonna quit the za for 30 days on the spot, no questions asked. Not because I was doing bad financially, physically, or even psychologically. It wasn't like I was depressed or anything. I just wanted to prove that the only guy who runs the show in my brain is me. And if I decide to stop using our favorite brain tickler, it shall be so. And so it started, my 30 days off the za. I won't go over every single day, but of course I'll cover all the important bits, like day 1. I woke up with mild brain fog as usual, ready to take on the day with, well, I'm not gonna lie, a bit of sadness, because before my morning routine was, okay, time to do something productive. Whew, that was hard. Time to get absolutely obliterated. But now it was more like, okay, time to do something productive. Okay, what now? It wasn't that my brain was screaming, "We need this!" It was more like I just wasn't content with existing and working. My brain kept jumping. Go play COD. Nah.
See, this is what happens to me. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing the weed anymore, so I should be motivated and get a million things done. And then I still don't. That's when the ADHD kicks in the most.
Go watch something, and nah, go shoot hoops, nah, actually bust a nut. And usually the next thing would have been getting high, but since that wasn't an option, it was just chaos. But overall, not that hard, because I used my favorite life hack, working out. I worked out so much that day, I didn't even think about the za. I was just tired and went to sleep, but it really started getting more challenging on day 2. I woke up same as usual, but that day I felt weird. Nothing scary or concerning, just off. It felt like the fog was starting to fade, but instead of clarity, it was more like, man, stuff really don't be that interesting no more. My desire to play games low, watch movies lower. The only thing that really interested me was working, making videos, building sites, posting. Basically my job, but everything has its turning point. I can't work forever, and even at 10 p.m., a time I usually unwind, nothing was hitting. All I wanted to do was sleep and start the next day, and that felt kinda sad. Like, damn, that's really my whole day, wake up, work, sleep. She seemed kinda matrixy, not gonna lie, so I told myself tomorrow I'm forcing myself to do my hobbies no matter what. Which brings us to day 3. I woke up feeling better, had a bit of motivation again, did my routine, get dressed.
This must be some Zoomer shit, I gotta say. What fucking entitlement? You have to do your hobbies? Well, I mean, Tonto would like me to, like, stop this stream because I'm a loser and I should. But these people, though.
Brush teeth, make breakfast, work, gym, and I'm back. Back home, controller in hand.
It's just when, as I've said, I've been the person at work that's like, anybody whose existence isn't work sleep is a bad person and they're an op to me.
Playing Crimson Desert, and yeah, it was fun, but I can't lie, there was definitely a big part of my brain saying, this would be way more fun, boy. But would that really be the case? Even on day 30, I kept thinking, well, we'll find out. Because day 3 is where I really started accepting life as a non-high man. Time for a time skip to day 7. 1 week in, at this point, I didn't really think about the za anymore. No cravings during the day, and even evenings were getting easier. Although every time I watched a comedy, I couldn't help but think, man, this would be so much better with a couple puffs up the bro cloud. Which, if you still don't know, the bro cloud is the ultimate tool for every conscious Zaza lover. Why? Because using a dry hair vaporizer is basically like extracting all of the fun out of your za without getting all the potentially toxic byproducts that come with combusting your buds. And if you're thinking, well, that's great and all, but I still prefer my BONG. I get it, man. That's exactly why we're now offering an adapter that connects your bro cloud to your glass, so you can get the best of both worlds. A no-compromise, affordable vaporizer that you can now also connect the...
Can they sell these on YouTube? This is too edgy, audience.
Now, I still wouldn't feel like I was in control, so I kept going, which leads us to day 14. 2 weeks off the za, and honestly, it wasn't that hard. The thought of being fried at night started feeling unrealistic. Like, yeah, that would be fun, but not really happening. Like thinking about owning a Lamborghini. Cool idea, but your brain discards it instantly. But I also noticed something else. Although I felt like I had everything on lock work-wise, I was more stressed. Not constantly stressed, but more fixated on perfection, making sure I make 0 mistakes. Before, it was, oh shit, I'll deal with this tomorrow. Now it was, oh man, how was I so stupid? Guess I'm not sleeping tonight. And I think I actually preferred the first one, because constantly worrying about things going wrong makes it feel like something's always wrong, even when it isn't. And
whoa. I might be high as fuck during this video about not smoking weed, but it all just dawned on me. That's the problem. I don't even know what's right and what's correct and what's not anymore. I've anxietied myself past the moon 7 times over. Because I know one day in a car, something bad's gonna happen. Because statistically it will.
That continued into day 21. By week 3, I had basically forgotten about the za as something I do. I still knew it existed, still remembered the fun, but it felt like a memory, like childhood, something you know you can't fully recreate again. Everything was going smoothly, only thing is, like I said, my stress levels were still higher, not because things were going wrong, but because I was thinking they might go wrong. As for hobbies, they were back to normal. I enjoyed gaming and shows again, but now purely as a way to unwind, which low-key made me sad, because as a kid, the best gaming sessions were when you weren't allowed to game. Faking being sick or actually being sick but still grinding your character. That forbidden feeling I used to recreate by getting obliterated during the day was gone. Day 26. At this point I knew I could smoke again soon, but the question was, do I even want to? I had zero cravings. Some days I didn't even think about it once, which might sound normal, but for me, after years of consistent use, was crazy. And that just reinforced everything good I've ever said about the za. But the moment of truth came on day 30. The final destination. I knew it was day 30, so I was thinking about it all day. Big decision. Do I stay off the za, or do I blast off from a single crumb thanks to my reset tolerance? At first I thought, if I smoke again, this was all for nothing. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it wasn't the za I was addicted to, it was...
Bro, though, you deserve that treat. Yeah, it's the excuse of being high to be a bum.
dopamine. The za just enabled it, and comparing it to nicotine, which I also quit, not even close. Nicotine was way harder. I can't even begin to explain how much easier it was to quit this than that. And thinking back, the best highs I had were never from doing it 24/7. It was when it was planned. Weekends, after a hard day, something to look forward to. And so the conclusion I came to was, it's a Zaza life for me. Ya boy went to the coffee shop, got some exotic Tropicana gelato, and got absolutely effing obliterated. But this time, different. No autopilot, no everyday habit. Wake and bakes are fine sometimes, but they gotta be planned. You can't let your brain get used to doing whatever it wants whenever it wants. Because if you actually want to enjoy the za and still live a fulfilling normal life, you need discipline. But hey, who knows when my next Zaza bender will be, cause let's be honest, living life on the high seas is never stable, but a pirate loves every moment of it.
So, I think I could probably do 10 days if I tried hard enough. And then work my way up to 30, I don't know. Hello, Calabini V2. Anyway, let's see what we're gonna do next. We talked about the Jeremy Hamburglar Hambly. Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling body cam. Body cam, police, cop slop. It's just, we're gonna watch that priest getting interviewed. Got more drama here as well, and more iDubbbz coming up.
Stuff on like he wants to be a cop. Is he not? I thought maybe he was. No, he's not a cop. Hey, Dennis, you mind hanging up the phone for me?
Do me a favor. Call and get bail for me.
You've heard me say this before about road rage. If there's one piece of advice I can give you, don't do it. But if you do, definitely don't do it while you're impersonating a cop.
Yeah, I love the cop impersonator body cams. Those are my favorite ones. Sergeant Curtis is going to show this to us.
Because if you do, you're going to get stopped. They're going to search your car and find all your cop toys, and then it's a trip straight to jail. This is one of those.
Okay, all right.
I got a dash cam too if you ever want to pull that footage. It's got correct on it.
You don't have any weapons in the car or nothing like that, right?
I have a weapon on my right, but that's my concealed.
Okay, you have it on you?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm not making sure not to even reach for it.
Okay, all right. Okay.
If you want, I can step out and you can start me if you want.
Okay, yeah, that'd be perfect. Just don't reach for your gun, okay?
No, not.
You mind if I take it off of you?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
On the right hand side.
I'm just gonna sit it here for our safety, okay?
No.
All right.
And I want to sit back here.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Removing a firearm from a person who's armed that you're investigating is common practice. However, it's incredibly dangerous. I have seen videos of officers removing someone's firearm and it going off, which is a negligent discharge.
Whose fault is that if it happens? Because, I mean, the person you were searching didn't maliciously want you shot that day. Did you do your job correct? But it wasn't your gun. Ooh, what a mystery for the legal system.
An unintentional discharge in some cases because the officer's removing a firearm that he's not familiar with. Who knows how this person loaded the thing? The one thing I will say is if you're going to remove it, secure it.
You can just hang out there for a minute, okay? All right, come here, Duff. I don't know if you noticed, but this dude's got all the blue line stuff on. Like he wants to be a cop. He's got a radio in the car.
Is he not? I thought maybe he was.
No, he's not a cop. He's from California.
No lights, no sirens, though. Like I said, I almost forgot this was a police impersonator. He just doesn't have that Jeremy DeWitt, I don't give a fuck attitude. Sergeant!
And he's got a pistol on him. I kind of want to check the car to see what kind of stuff he has as far as...
Do we know the history of what's going on?
So supposedly, he has no business getting involved in this car. Initially, he acted like he had no idea what I was talking about.
Okay.
And then he said that it was... You know, I asked him if there was like a road rage incident, and he kind of played stupid initially, and then he's like, oh, you're talking about this car. Well, I followed him all the way from 725, you know, southbound on 75, from Austin, and they were kind of going back and forth, and he's...
Any of you all ever been in a road rage situation where you've been the road rager or fucking someone's done it to you? That seems insane to be following people down the highway, hoping they'll pull in somewhere so you can be pissed at them for, like, something that happened miles ago. That's past shaming. Care for you not to bring it up what I did back there.
Supposedly hit his lights on his SUV, you know, like, dude, I mean, look at him. He's got...
Sure, yeah.
It's, like, odd.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, I guess he goes over to Walmart, and that continues over, like, near the Walmart parking lot or whatever. I haven't got, like, a full story yet.
Yeah.
And then... it all kind of like, you know, just goes away or whatever. The dude goes another way and he comes here, but he has no business coming down here. He lives in Middletown. He said he was going to Walmart, and I said, well, did you go inside Walmart? And he's like, well, no. His story just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I got you.
So, obviously it's not a crime to have a pistol, but I'm curious to see like what the lights look like on the car. And he said he's got a dash camera. The car's not used at all for work or anything like that. It's just a personal vehicle.
Okay.
So, very, very shady.
Alright. Let's see,
see if he'll give you consent.
Yeah, then I must check that gun too to make sure it's good.
I know this is one of the smaller...
Yeah, tell me, Sergeant Curtis, is this guy actually gonna give permission to have his car searched? Why would he? It's a road rage situation. There's no drugs involved, no paraphernalia. Did you not learn from I got 99 problems but a bitch ate one? What are you doing, sir?
Departments, but from what I'm seeing so far, and a lot of times people give small departments a hard time, I've seen some of the best policing from some of the small department guys. So far, this officer or deputy is doing a really good job as far as putting all the pieces together to see if this guy is impersonating.
Just the one weapon in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a problem with me checking the car real quick? Just make sure it's
no worries.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, did you have these lights put on?
These were... I'm an old security officer from California when I lived down.
Well, shouldn't all, especially small-town cops, be sus of any other law enforcement-looking vehicle around? Because one, is it the FBI? Are they coming to step over their toes? Is it their bosses, the stadies, coming to take credit for a case? I'm sure they're always aware. So when you especially got to get these loons whenever they come up, so when things don't start making sense, I hope there ain't too many impersonators getting away with shit. It doesn't seem like it'd be easy to do.
Out there with one of our utility vehicles, and I just had it ever since and never took them off.
Okay.
They're red and amber.
Take note of that thin blue line flag over there.
No, they're not. Okay. Not red and blue anymore.
All right.
Dennis, do you mind, how do you kick these lights on?
Oh.
Yeah, you can show me.
You want to move that?
But the nice thing is he shouldn't be arresting anybody in this vehicle. There's no horrible plastic seats back there.
It's unloaded.
Okay.
Okay, so the suspect says, do you want me to remove that first because the firearm is sitting on the seat? The officer's response was, it's unloaded. Best practice, secure the firearm. Who knows if this person's going to change their mind about being a compliant person? The firearm's right in front of them. It only takes a second to reload a firearm. Even if another officer shows up, could it become something that becomes strange? We've seen stranger things happen. Secure the firearm. Best practice.
911 hang-up, rolling at us, branch 421 North Batesville Road.
So, the lights I had were just the rears.
Now, usually the only channel I've seen of a cop reacting to things is like donut operator. Who is this advice for? Because I assume if you're an actual cop, actual law enforcement, you've learned all this already, I would hope.
What's your size?
I'm not gonna arrest anybody.
Okay. Do these lights up here work?
Yes, but that's just an arrow stick.
So this is a really interesting thing. Every jurisdiction is slightly different. Most jurisdictions are the same. Most people cannot have on their personal vehicle red and blue lights. Certain jurisdictions, it varies. So a lot of times people will have the amber lights and that's okay. In my jurisdiction, when I first hired on and for several years while I was on the department, if a person had red or blue lights on, not only was it a crime, but we could remove them at the scene. So this is good that the officer's going down this and getting every piece of the elements to see if he has what he needs to put this case together. Good stuff.
Let me see this real quick. No lights on the front?
No. Actually, well, I got an amber clear, but no red and blue. I can turn those on for you too.
Okay.
Fighting in the parking lot. Black Honda Civic, last seen
As you can tell,
on 73. White female, one black male with a child in the seat and back seat.
Now, I've seen some of these shysters, they do, like, straight up Mad Max Fury Road style, have, like, kill switches and stuff and secret switches. They're real red and blue ones that they put on when the cops are not looking, but amber ones for when the cops are searching. They've planned all this out, except for they never asked themselves why they're impersonating the police.
We did.
And I never even turned the front ones on. It was just the rear as I was stopping to pull over.
Playing every other ball party.
Like I said, I've got it on dash cams too, so.
So if you look on the spotlight handle, he has a set of handcuffs up here. Very common for officers to carry an extra set of cuffs up there. Interesting that he has those. Another interesting thing here, if you look here on his keys on his car, I see 2 different handcuff keys. So unless he's security, we're still getting a lot of the elements here.
Does your siren work?
Yeah, you push the manual button.
Yeah.
It'll chirp.
Clear on
But I never hit that.
You know how odd this is, Dennis?
You want it?
I don't believe any of it's illegal, though. As long as they got amber lights, they're in... Because there is, like, ambulances... I don't know if they can even cross the red lights, because ideally they, the ones I'm thinking of don't do, like, emergencies, more like urgent care emergencies, like someone hurt their leg or something. Like, they'll have them for, like, sporting events and all that, to get them, like, somewhere. Like, they're fake ambulances, but they're real ambulances, just not that serious enough to go do traffic things.
45.
I mean, I've had this truck. I've lived in Ohio for 6 years now. Never had an issue with it. I see you guys all the time.
Right.
I'm not stupid enough to try to do your job.
It's not that you're... Dennis, the problem is this, okay? And it's not necessarily a problem, but you have to understand where we're coming from, okay? All right. If I'm being fully transparent with you, all right, it's extremely odd that when I come up here and I ask you about the car...
I guess it is true. I do think they should go after the impersonators way more, make things harder, because, like, I feel like as a citizen, I don't get a pamphlet in my mailbox that says, oh, hey, we've upgraded the police cars and they all look like this from this street and this route to this, and the undercover cars will look like this. Like, you don't fucking know what they're doing this week. You don't know that they're not going to make a reality show for VH1 in your town and give the whole police force new cars like they did in Muncie, Indiana that time.
All right. You were delayed in your response. You're like, oh, you're talking about the minivan? Yes. The car that you have had issues with for the last 2 or 3 miles when you guys were going south on.
Yeah, this started as a...
Well, no, that was because I wasn't...
This started as a road rager case. What was his plan? So if you cut him off in traffic, is he gonna arrest you? Wag the finger at you? What is his plan? Who does he think he is? This is like a supervillain. A real-life supervillain indeed, because there's no justification or any propaganda a person's been told that justifies them to act this way on the road. Nothing. Think King Jong-un drives this way? I bet he doesn't.
Listen, hear me out for a second, all right? So, you were kind of delayed in that, which is no big deal, okay? But then this whole situation goes all the way from north of Austin, coming south, and they're claiming that you were trying to ram them off the road. And then I come up here, and I appreciate, you know, you loving police and stuff like that, and the thin blue line stuff.
I'm your biggest... you gotta understand, we do want you as a fan, we just don't want you to do some crazy shit.
I respect that, all right? But you have lights, you have a siren on the car, you have a pistol on you, you have a spotlight, you have handcuffs. What's the handcuffs for?
Like I said, I used to work security. They've just been hanging there ever since. Spotlight doesn't even work.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
I totally understand it from your perspective.
Okay.
Like I said, it's on video. You will clearly see that I'm not ramming them or trying to get behind them at all. I'm trying to get as far away from them as possible, and they started following me, and that's why I pulled off.
Okay.
And then once they were ahead of me, I was like, whatever. I didn't want to deal with it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I totally understand.
Well, like, okay, I could think of, you know, Mighty Pups fanboy? He's a fan of Herbie Hops, the greatest brony of our times, right? So, he's into the Paw Patrol, you know, because he's special. A grown man into the Paw Patrol, what can you do? Is it possible someone would, like, be into the German Shepherd, of course, especially if they were a white woman, fucking into the German Shepherd character because of that? They're like, dude, the police are so cool.
And, you know, you guys got to check it out and do what you got to do.
Chase is so down with the police.
I'm going to take pictures of everything, all right? It's not really sitting right with me, all right? Having a car that's an old law enforcement vehicle, you know, it is what it is. But the handcuffs, the gun, the siren, the lights, you know, all of that, that's what's strange to me, all right?
Well, I mean, Ohio's concealed carry state, so, I mean, the gun should be
I never said it was just the pistol.
Not when Vivek Ramaswamy, I forgot how to say his last name, becomes governor of Ohio. He wasn't good enough to be the Republican presidential nominee. Trump didn't even show up to the debate, and he wasn't good enough, but he's surely good enough to be governor of Ohio, everybody.
I have no problem with the pistol, okay? I have no problem with that.
You guys go do your due diligence and check it out. I get
We'll
that.
just have you come back here, and you can just sit right there on my guard there on the front of my car. Can you contact Middletown PD and ask them if they are familiar with the subject break? It's going to be in reference to a dentist. Got a white Tahoe with thin blue line stuff all over. He's got a light bar. Now they're amber lights, amber and red. There's no blue. He's got a pistol on him. He's got handcuffs on a spotlight, light bar, radio, siren, so on and so forth. Can you just contact them and see if they're familiar with this vehicle, if they've ever had any issues with him or at his address? It's definitely sketchy.
This officer is really thorough. I like what I'm seeing. He was asking dispatcher to follow up with another department to see if they've had any interactions with this subject doing this same type of thing. Now, there's a couple of little things I'd like to mention to you. He did this on the radio, and I'm going to explain something to you about those kind of radio transmissions. And I don't know how it is in this jurisdiction because there are scanners, and a lot of times news channels or people will listen on scanners for things like that. This would be in a smaller town, a type of newsworthy thing that possibly, because a person's likely impersonating a police officer. However, there are channels that they can't pick up, and he may have likely used one of those channels. So sometimes that is done over the phone, but it's interesting when you watch these things to see how they operate. And again, I'm sure he's doing this exactly by the book. Just things that when you watch some of these videos to think about, is this something that's being broadcast that can be picked up on a scanner? And I'm going to guess that he's doing this to protect the information because he's done everything great.
Hey, Dennis, you mind hanging up the phone for me?
Do me a favor. Call and get bail for me.
I don't know if you caught that. He said, call and get bail for me, so he's thinking that he's probably cooked.
Just relax. Just give me, I'll take the phone. We'll just have a seat in my car real quick. Have you ever been arrested before or anything?
Years ago in California.
For what?
Last time was carrying a concealed weapon unlawfully.
Are these just pens and markers? You mind if I get all this stuff out?
Sure.
Okay. Here, we'll take you over here and I'll put it all
By
in
the
the
way,
photo.
casino,
Yep.
2 knives, back to pocket.
Yep.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay, so this is an investigative thing that's interesting from an interview interrogation point of view. If you ask a person, have you ever been arrested for anything, which was the question that was asked, the response was something about the last time in California, and it was carrying a concealed weapon, which would lead one to believe that this is along the lines of maybe an impersonating type thing. When they say the last time, but they don't mention the other arrests, it's almost going to always trigger the officer to say, well, okay, what were the other things you were arrested for? That's a person a lot of times attempting to be evasive.
Right.
Sergeant Curtis, are you implying that this user is lying? I believe they've only been arrested one other time, and that was in California for a concealed weapon. You just say that they're lying? You don't have proof, sir.
Stand by this one. Stand by one. All right, come on over. What you need?
Cops will pick up what happened there, but a lot of people, if you're not a cop, you might not have picked up what happened. So dispatch called him to give him his return about the information about this guy. So he says stand by one because he doesn't want the guy to hear it over his pack set. And then he goes into the car and turns the volume down, I believe, on the radio in the car. So when the return comes back on the information, the suspect doesn't hear it said. This guy is very, very thorough. I really like seeing good police work. Good stuff.
No, tell them that they have no history with that now.
Okay, I'm clear. Thank you. Go ahead and call the complainant. Have them come up here to the Kroger fuel station, please.
So that thin blue line thing on the flag that a lot of you see, on those flags that are around, so that thin blue line, it kind of denotes the police or the line between order and disorder. A lot of people have those on their vehicles to support police. Sometimes people have them, or people who are impersonators would have those to lead a person to believe that they're likely affiliated with law enforcement.
Some people have them so you'll be a little bit lenient when you come to arrest us for some things. You know, because, yeah, we're a supporter. We might know an uncle who's a cop. I don't know how all that marijuana got there, officer.
Because some police have them on their actual patrol vehicles.
How's it going, man? What's up, bud? All right. So, all this happened, obviously, in Franklin, correct?
No, Miamisburg, on the highway coming this way. Yep.
Okay, all right. So, where did it all start?
I pulled out of I work at Aaron's and I ran up there to pick something up.
Okay.
So I went out to get on the highway and he about rear-ended us. He was looking at me in the mirror and I went like that, like, hey, back up, dude, you're too close.
Okay.
And then he tried to hit us 2 or 3 different times on the highway. He kicked all of his lights on, swerved over.
I just have a feeling there's a reason she got out of the car and needs to be a witness to this. She knows something.
To get behind us again, and then followed us all the way here.
So these lights, like what
yes.
are on right now?
Yep. He had
there
every
any
damn
blue?
one of them.
Did you see any
No, I did
blue
not
lights?
see any blue.
Okay. Any
What was
red?
it, orange?
It was like red and green or like a yellowish color.
You want to take a look and see if this is what you saw?
Yeah, he had them on right there. But then he had the ones on the back on.
Okay, so he was almost trying to make a traffic stop on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I wasn't going to stop because I know better. That's not no fucking cop car.
Right.
So,
Okay.
is he a cop?
No.
So he shouldn't have any of this shit.
No.
Looking at this vehicle, seeing the lights away.
Well, Well, there's those blue flashing ones inside. I don't think you should be able to see those at all.
They are. Please comment in the comment section. It's going to be very interesting. Would you pull over for this vehicle if it came behind you
That blue would trick me.
and they activated those lights? Please, in the comment section, tell me if you would and your location where you are. And here's a point. If a car like this gets behind you, or if a car gets behind you and you suspect they're not really the police, it is 100% within your rights to call 911 and get on the phone with 911 on speaker and say, hey, this car that's following me has lights on. I suspect it might not be a police car. Dispatch should be able to track and tell you if that's a legitimate vehicle. And you don't have to hang up your phone until you know for sure that that's an officer. And check in your jurisdiction, because they might have a protocol for this kind of stuff as well. But I would 100% tell any one of my children, if there's a car behind you that's unmarked and you suspect it's not a police car, call 911. And a dispatcher is trained on how to walk you through that situation.
Do you want to contact Miamisburg? This all originated in Miamisburg.
Yep.
They were trying to, this gentleman was trying to run him off the roadway. If you want to go ahead and have Miamisburg officer come down here.
Now you guys want to take it from that or not?
It's going to be Miamisburg. I'm waiting on some stuff.
What was he saying? It was all bullshit.
He initially acted like he had no idea what I was talking about, and then once he realized...
Oh, the bullshit was up.
Yeah, so...
yeah, because if he would have got him and followed me into Walmart, I was whooping his ass in the parking lot. That easy.
Yeah, okay. Did he say anything to you?
No, I mean, I tried to get away from him, and he's like, because that van won't get out of its own fucking way, man. It's a minivan.
Right.
Something interesting about this witness and his partner. Watch the way that they explain and tell their stories, especially those of you who are new in law enforcement, entering law enforcement, or entering a place where finding out if a person is telling you the truth. This is a very, very good case to see when a person is being deceptive or evasive, or a person who's being completely forthright and honest. And these witnesses are great examples of people who are being forthright and honest.
I was just trying to get away from him.
Okay.
He literally followed me all the way here.
Okay. All right. When he was like tailgating you,
Oh,
trying
man,
to get you
I mean, like, that close.
Okay.
Is he like a security guard or anything?
No. Good. Hang on one second. Who's going over there?
That's affirmative. We have several impersonating police officers out of California as well.
Yep, that figures.
This user lied to us while being so compliant with the police. Can you believe it? He tried to make himself sound better than he was. Oh my fucking god.
I don't know if you picked it up on the radio, but she said he had several priors for impersonating a police officer.
I'll just wait for my Miamisburg officer to get here. I appreciate you. Yeah, so basically, he's going to be arrested for impersonating a police officer. He's got a pistol on him, so that's automatically a felony. So that'll be the charges that we'll pick up on him for impersonating a police officer. He can't have he got handcuffs, a pistol.
He's got the whole...
I feel like every single police impersonator video I've seen, they've gotten arrested. They've gotten arrested for having a gun when they're a convicted felon, but they're still out here being a fake cop. They're just one fake day to fake retirement, and they gotta go fucking jail.
9, like he is a cop, and he's not. He's a
Yes.
They really prey on women, pull them over.
Well, that's what's very scary. So like,
Does he have any type of record or anything?
I can't tell you all that. Yeah, but you'll find that out. You can talk to the prostator and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And,
yeah, because I got kids in the car, man.
Absolutely.
If he would have pulled something, and I had
I'm glad you're okay, dude.
I would have shot his ass.
Face that way, man. Put your hands together for me, like you're clapping.
Baker 42, check.
You're under arrest, my man.
4.
Well, you have multiple priors for impersonating a police officer.
Okay.
You have a pistol on you that you're not allowed to have.
Why not?
You were trying to stop him by turning your lights on and so on and so forth.
I never attempted to stop him at all.
But you can't turn your lights on behind him with everything that you have going on in the car.
I never had the front lights on.
You're not an emergency vehicle whatsoever. Okay. You have been down this road before. Okay. All right.
In custody. Great investigative policing. I really enjoy watching this because there's so much that you can gather and learn just about the interactions, human interactions of people to people. And again, this officer is being so thorough, it really makes the case so much easier when the district attorney's office gets the paperwork.
Wow. Isn't God amazing? That's proof that Jesus is real, and I love that video. I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about that video from yesterday. The 10 signs the Bible is real, and then, like, he actually didn't prove anything. It kind of actually ruined his own point several times with just the excitement of, wow, isn't loving Jesus great? And I was like, I love this guy's attitude. Need to watch more of his videos. Need to subscribe.
This dude is like impersonating big time. He's got a pistol on him, handcuffs, lights, sirens.
Oh, no.
The whole shebang, but it all started in Miamisburg.
One other interesting point, I've dealt with these impersonating arrests before. When I first hired on, the first impersonating arrest that I saw done was done by a senior officer, and he used the impersonator's handcuffs to handcuff him to make a point. Another interesting thing about utilizing handcuffs, and this is a more somber one, is if an officer loses his life in the line of duty, when the suspect is taken into custody, most jurisdictions will take the officer who lost their life in the line of duty and use their handcuffs to handcuff the suspect. Justice.
I do think that's always cool. But sometimes you gotta use the cuffs that you got on you, man.
Step on out real quick. Just stand right here. And just face me. And then just turn to your right, please. Right. Or you can.
God, I can't believe they have to take pictures of the suspects to prove they don't beat the shit out of them anymore. God. Propaganda.
Actually, yeah, go the other way. There you go. Is it just a blue shirt underneath? Yeah. Okay. Alright, have a seat. This dude? He's like stupid, but I just ran a CCH and he's got several impersonating. He's not. I don't think he's allowed to have a pistol either. 72 local. On that CCH, I know you had mentioned impersonating a police officer, and it sounds like he was charged for carrying concealed weapons in California. Was he convicted of any felonies, or was he convicted of a CCW charge or anything?
One thing I'll make of note that's pretty important thing is here you see the witness. Looks like he's filling out a voluntary statement, and the suspect is in the back of this patrol car that's right here. Best practice, have them out of eye shot of each other. Sometimes you will get this person who's in custody attempt to intimidate the person, or the person who was violated or victimized gets mad and starts saying things to the other person. Best to have them out of eye shot of each other, out of earshot of each other. Makes everything a lot easier and smoother.
This dude's got freaking like traffic vests. I mean, he's got handcuffs, got a pistol on him. Like, could you imagine if he pulled over your wife? What is your wife gonna do? Maybe she's smart enough, but my wife isn't.
Sergeant Curtis, don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. This video's already out for people, and now there's your reaction laughing at that. Diabolical.
I hope his wife doesn't see this video.
And he's got red and blue lights right here.
Yep, of course he did. Always. They always got fucking red and blue lights anyways when they know it's against the rules, but they got them for when the cops aren't around.
No.
No, not this much.
This is like what you read about on a Netflix series?
Yeah. And this is like you know how little girls play like dress up and stuff?
This guy is so thorough. He's even making sure they're operable inside the suspect vehicle. This is going to make the case airtight. Really good stuff.
This is that.
Yeah.
This is like to that extent.
cremation.
That brown liquid?
Yes, I noticed that the female officer has a bun. Good stuff.
I'm surprised this guy hasn't been stopped.
So here we see the impersonating a police officer charge, which is incredibly serious. It's a felony in nearly every jurisdiction that I know, and I've made those arrests before. And a lot of times it's people who just wanted to be cops. If you look at their background, a lot of them have tested to be cops and they just couldn't become cops. And they just fetishize about being a police officer. The other people are people who have an affair.
Fetishizing the police. Could you imagine? Crazy.
This YouTuber really traveled 9 hours to leave a
You know what?
Coke on a forbidden.
Yeah, we're just doing whatever. Whatever my autoplay or fucking playlist says. This is YouTuber destroyed his life visiting a tribe. I wanted to know what's up with these people going to visit island folk. What is happening on the YouTube.com?
This YouTuber really traveled 9 hours to leave a Diet Coke on a forbidden island, and now he's officially been charged for illegally landing on the North Sentinel Island, where approaching within 3 miles of this island is banned by law. And I mean, it's been a minute since we last talked about this guy, whose name is Mikhailo Polikov, but he's still dealing.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't. You're gonna make those people sick with your YouTuber diseases.
With the consequences of a stupid attempt for virality, I guess. And now there's finally a real update, because the YouTuber who thought it was a good idea to go visit one of the most isolated tribes on Earth and leave them a Diet Coke has now been formally charged in India. And authorities do not think this is an accident. They're saying, hey, this is clear that he planned out this over several days, knowing that he was violating laws that have been in place there for decades. And currently, he's due back in court on April 29th, 2026. When was the last time I made a video on him? Because this guy's been sitting behind bars for a minute now. Oh, no shot. It's been a year? I don't know why. I thought it was a few months ago I made a video on him. It's been a year since I made a video on him? He's been waiting for trial for a year? I mean, if anything, this goes to show you, don't fly to other countries and break the law for social media content, because you have no idea the kind of risk you're facing. But from what I can tell, he's been in a detention center ever since he was arrested.
Sounds like this guy got it way harder than Johnny Somali did in South Korea.
Did a little bit over a year ago. So now, on top of that, he's potentially facing years in prison in a country that he's not even from. All for a YouTube video. And if you're wondering how someone even builds up the confidence to try something like this, you kind of have to look at the content that he was making before all this happened. Because his whole online presence was essentially about pushing boundaries for views. And we're talking about videos where he would go to extreme or unusual locations, film interactions with people who clearly didn't sign up to be part of the content, and I guess just overall chase shock value. Because one of his last adventures before he was arrested here was going to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan and filming himself trying on a whole bunch of helmets, waving swords, and firing guns. And obviously, the specific stunt that got him arrested, we just found out happened back in March of 2025. And what happened here was obviously showed up to the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, specifically Port Blair, with a camera, a plan, and apparently like zero survival instincts. And this wasn't some spontaneous, I'll just see what happens type of trip, because authorities said he's been trying to reach this island for months.
Well, maybe it's better that he's spending some jail time in India. Maybe he'd be dead if he wasn't locked up. Maybe it's for its own safety. He's a threat to himself. He doesn't seem to know what the fuck he's doing.
And then spent several days planning the specific attempt, which is insane because one single Google search would tell you this is a very bad idea to do.
Tucked away in the picturesque waters of the Bay of Bengal exists a tiny island that has captured imaginations for centuries. But its beauty as a tropical paradise is not what has garnered attention. Rather, it is the often violent, uncontacted tribe that calls the island home. For most, this island is a window into the past and an opportunity to understand how ancient people lived. But for some, this island has become their final resting place.
Right. So what did he do? Okay, well, he got a small inflatable boat and he spends 9 hours traveling across open water. 9 hours. Like at any point during that trip, you could have turned around. You had a lot of time to rethink your life choices, but No, he kept going until he reached the North Sentinel Islands. And just to put things in perspective, this isn't some like hidden tourist spot. No, this is one of the most restricted places on Earth. You're not allowed to go within 3 miles of this island, period. Why? Well, there's been some very bad happenings there, to put it lightly, when people wanted to go visit this island and never returned. So clearly there's a massive safety issue because the people on this island aren't really friendly to the rest of the world, to put it lightly. But also the international governments just don't want modern people to go visit that island because they don't want to spread some disease to wipe out that entire tribe. They're one of the last few protected tribes. So overall, it's just a bad idea for everyone involved. We don't want diseases to spread to them, and they don't want people there, and they make that very clear with arrows, a whole lot of arrows. But regardless, Polyakov, he just pulls up to the island, fully aware of all this, and instead of, I don't know, staying in his boat like a normal person, he gets out. He walks onto the beach and spends about an hour there, which is, I mean, I gotta give it to him. He's at least committed to his awful idea. But what does he do?
Who the fuck are Russia, China, and the United States? No one's ever taken the North Sentinel Islands. We're scared of them.
During this hour, he starts blowing a whistle, trying to get the tribe's attention, which is not really how I'd want to introduce myself to a tribe who is infamous for blasting as many arrows possible to anyone who invades their island. But when no one shows up, because I guess they're not really wanting visitors, he decides to leave behind offerings, a can of Diet Coke and a coconut. I wish I was making that up.
An American tourist has been arrested for allegedly traveling to a restricted reserve on a remote island and leaving behind a can of Coke as an offering for the world's most isolated tribe to try.
Then he takes some sand, records a bit of footage for his channel, and then just leaves. Like it was a normal beach day, I guess. Mission accomplished, except not really, because he might have made it off the island, but he didn't really get away with it. Because as he's heading back, a local fisherman actually spots him there and immediately realizes something's off. So they report him, and within days, authorities track him down in Port Blair, and he gets arrested. So his trip was over, the content was secured, I guess, except now you're in custody in a foreign country. That just doesn't sound like a win to me. And this is where things get a lot more serious, because I don't know about you, but I would really prefer not to be in a detention center in India. And to make things even worse, police made it very clear that what he did was a serious threat. Not just to himself, but to the entire tribe. And this isn't about like, oh, the tribe might, shoot arrows at you. It's the opposite. Apparently, we're the danger. Even something as small as a cold, something that you wouldn't really think twice about, that could be devastating to that group of people. Because again, they've had zero exposure to modern diseases. So this dude is showing up, walking around, leaving objects behind. Authorities are looking at it like, yeah, this could have gone really bad. And that's exactly why the laws around the island are so strict. And again, this guy just completely ignored those laws. And this is why he's been formally charged with entering a prohibited tribal reserve and violating Indian law. And if he's convicted, he's facing up to 5 years in prison for what basically was a YouTube video. I mean, there is a history of people that have tried this before, and it never ends well. And if I can find all this information, then a guy who planned the entire thing to go to the island can absolutely find this information. Because you had a very infamous case from 2018 where you had a guy by the name of John Allen Chow, an American missionary who thought it was a good idea to go to that same island and make contact. He planned it out, he prepared for it, he wrote in his journal about it, and within days of arriving, he was gone. And a fisherman who took him there later said they saw the tribe drag his body across the beach. So again, the guy is extremely lucky he even made it off the island. And obviously, even outside of that case, there's been multiple incidents over the years. Fishermen drifting a little bit too close and outsiders just trying their luck a little bit too far.
2 men aged 48 and 52 were fishing for mud crabs near the island.
Why haven't they done a season of Naked and Afraid here? Just asking.
However, the pair got so drunk that while sleeping, the anchor of the boat, which was a rock tied to a rope, fell apart and drifted the men toward North Sentinel. The following morning, fellow fishermen said they tried to shout at the men and warn
Why didn't this guy bring a Diet Coke to the DMZ?
them that they were in danger. However, they did not respond. They were probably drunk, and the boat drifted into the shallows where they were attacked and killed.
And unfortunately, the result is almost always the same, which is why the Indian government doesn't play around with this anymore. There is a strict exclusion zone, naval patrols, and actual laws in place that say, hey, don't go near this island whatsoever. And yet somehow, in 2025, we still have influencers looking at that thinking, yeah, I could probably make a viral video on this island. Like, come on, guys. Even Survivor.
Justin, They're not stuck here with us. We're stuck in here with them. What do you want us to do? Shoot them with guns? They have fucking arrows from the island. They got the high ground. Said no one can take them. China can't take them. Russia can't take them. They're fucking undefeatable, bro. PvP.
International, the organization that works to protect uncontacted tribes, they came out and called the stunt idiotic and reckless.
The North Sentinel Island people are the real fucking Somalians of the world. It's been a scam all along. Find out like half of them are just Americans pretending to get a federal check, and then, yeah, the government can't even go over there to study them. What's the point?
And they also said his actions not only endangered his own life, but the lives of the entire Sentinelese tribe. And that's why he's still currently stuck in India, waiting to see if he's going to get years in prison or not. So I guess we just kind of have to wait and see what happens on April 29th. But other than that, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, so I would definitely recommend clicking it, and I'll see you guys.
So is this the fun police on YouTubers? He needs to also do a report on Jeremy Hambley's career to let everybody know it's dead. This is a Hassan video. I got an actual Hassan video on the list. What is this? 245k subscribers? Excuse me, not even a 250,000. This fan channel. Thought he was popular or something, this Hassan Piker. Anyway, we're not doing that right now. Since we're kind of on crime, I want to see this killer priest thinks he's going home after killing 2 people. But did they deserve it? We'll find out in 5 minutes. Break time, getting a coffee. I also had the hiccups, but they're gone now. But we're still going on break. I hope that's okay. See you in a moment.
A little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I'm a little bit insecure, a little unconfident, cause you don't understand to do what I can, but sometimes I don't make sense. I am what you never want to say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. No, hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now, hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me
I'm sorry, that song is too Anissa Jomha coded. Let's see what this killer priest is up to. And then we might look at Ian Jomha again. Unfortunately, and we'll see who's the worst person, this priest or him. Who sold their soul to the devil more?
I'm not saying that. What I am trying to figure out is why would you tell an 18-year-old kid when he gets a on to lean against you so you know that he has a on?
I'm trying my best to...
I kinda hoped we were just doing murder today, but it was a priest, so I should have known better.
Explain to you what I did or where I was. I know I didn't kill him.
You know, you put yourself in those stupid positions and you don't think about what you're doing because you think you're helping somebody.
This is 31-year-old Father Ryan Erickson, and after this interrogation, he would do the unthinkable. On a cold February afternoon in 2002, 2 shots shattered the silence inside the O'Connell funeral home, brutally ending the lives of director Dan O'Connell and intern James Ellison. For 2 years, the investigation into this double homicide stalled after yielding nearly 2,000 interviews. That was until a 2004 tip about a priest's misconduct with teens gave detectives a new reason to question Roman Catholic priest Father Ryan Erickson. What follows next is one of the most disturbing and despicable cases of people who are supposed to do good doing evil I've ever encountered. Father Erickson.
Yet at least he murdered adults in this one. Only 31, huh?
Erickson was a 31-year-old Catholic priest with a known fascination for firearms and a troubling pattern of providing alcohol to teenage.
Okay, though, but listen, he has a pattern. He's supposed to provide alcohol to everybody. I'm sorry, how are we supposed to confess our skins? Unfair.
Boys.
But this and the priesthood don't usually go together unless he's a Van Helsing fan, I guess.
He had last seen Dan O'Connell just days before the murder, a meeting that investigators believed involved a confrontation over Erickson's inappropriate behavior with minors. This encounter placed the priest in direct, recent contact with one of the victims under highly tense circumstances. Detectives brought Father Erickson in for questioning about the double homicide.
Do you know who killed Dan O'Connell and James Ellison?
I have no idea.
If you knew, would you tell us?
If I knew, and it was outside the sacrament of reconciliation, I would tell you. And?
He would only tell you if it happened in that specific fucking place? What?
Suspicious.
Nobody came to me saying they killed James Ellison or Dan O'Connell.
When they press him on his movements from the day before and after the incident, his lies began to unravel. He cannot keep his story straight, mixing up timelines and inventing details that collapse under the slightest scrutiny.
Back to some of the things that we talked about in your recollection of that day, there's some discrepancies in what we've heard both times.
You made another stop prior to that. Did you go back to the church?
I would have come up and said to Ellen that I was going to be gone or I'd be back shortly or whatever, and then would have gone up and to the tobacco shop and then come back, and that's when I saw Ellen.
At that point, if you didn't know, Ryan, if the priest had gone up there or not, why didn't you go?
I think that's when I think I did go up there, but I can't recall. I really can't. I know that I went up there, and I know that it was up there a number of times, and I know that I saw, or I think I saw Father DeBruzzi up there. Or somebody told me.
If something is said during reconciliation, or I'm assuming confession and all that lovely stuff where it's private, priests are sworn to silence, but they are allowed to tell police if they truly believe they need to. So basically, selective apply it to whatever they want. Because they aren't doctors, they're not psychologists, they're not bound to the law or any Hippocratic oath, right? It really is just how they're feeling that day.
Is there, one of the two. And that's when I thought, well, if DeBruzzi's there, DeBruzzi's there. He's up at the funeral home. And when I had gone up again to look, that's when I was told to keep moving.
he provides yet another inconsistent version of his trip to the tobacco shop, and this new account directly conflicts with what he stated just moments before.
To visit in Hurley, you had mentioned, and this is a pretty significant thing, but you had mentioned what you heard about number of shots, placement of shots. Do you remember saying that?
I don't remember saying anything about placements of shots or anything.
I mean, as far as where on the bodies, you had indicated to me.
Well, I thought I had said that maybe one shot or something, but I wasn't sure of how many shots or even where the placement of the shots would be.
You don't recall saying that, or you didn't say it?
Well, I don't think I said anything about it. I think I remember you asking the question, and I said, well, I wasn't exactly sure, but yeah, I'm not sure how I answered.
Do you know where they were shot?
If we were telling you.
And let me guess, you don't do confession and you ain't in that line to drink that wine. Everybody's gonna know you're a filthy sinner in your community, ain't they?
That there's people that have come forward since our conversation, that we're going to go back and talk to people. That they said that they saw you coming back to the church, northbound on Wisconsin Street. Can you explain that?
When my dad made us go to his Lutheran church, he never drank the cup. I wonder why.
Suspicious.
Think he was a sinner.
It was.
No, I can't. I could have come back that direction. Like I told you guys, I wasn't sure as to what directions I was taking. And so when I was sitting there talking with you, I'm trying to come up with the best plan in my mind of where was I going and what was I doing. But maybe I came back on that road. I really don't know.
But you would have went by the funeral home again.
I really don't remember.
Knowing the exact placement of the shots is information that only select detectives and the killer would possess. How could he possibly have known? The coincidences are hard to reconcile, so they give him a sketch of the area.
When you saw Sergeant Jensen, was that on your initial way through?
I think that was it was later in the day.
Later in the day?
Yeah.
When you came back? You went through the first time and you came back?
I think that's when I went off to the sisters then. I think that's when I went off to the sisters.
Okay, before you went back to the church?
I did have a moment today where I thought to myself, you know what? If I was asexual, I would just become a nun, because then I never have to pay rent. And then I could do something fun with my free time, really. That was my thought today.
No, this would be the second time when I came through, or third time.
Okay, let's talk about the first time here. So you went through, and then you left, and you went up to the church, and something happened.
Yeah, they said somebody had gotten hurt or something had happened, and I could have swore they said Dan had gotten hurt.
Dan got hurt, or Dan got killed.
I'm not sure exactly what she said, but it could be Dan was killed, or Dan got hurt, or something happened at the funeral home. Something like that was said.
Okay.
Conveniently, he was without his cell phone on that trip and didn't remember if he saw the person he spoke to. He dodges every attempt by the detectives to accurately draw his route on a map. There were a lot of holes in his story, and they kept poking at them.
Do you know where they were shot?
I thought I had heard by his desk and in some doorway.
Never once has anybody from the Hudson Police Department ever mentioned where the bodies were, positions, etc. Nor in the course of this investigation through 1,900 some people has anybody ever brought up a speculation, a probability, a possibility, or anything like that as far as...
Why is it this guy's fault that those people are so dumb and can't think? Ugh.
Where the bodies were. Nor has anybody told us how many times they were shot or where they were shot. If that hasn't been brought up in 1,900 some interviews, and out of the course of 5 people in our department that knew exactly that, and not even he knows where that was, why do you know that?
I don't know why I know that.
Or why are you giving us information that this is what you heard?
Well, this is what I had heard. You ask me a question, I tell you the answer. So if I overheard that and I didn't tell you, then I'd be lying to you. So I tell you what I hear in the sense that if I heard these.
Oh. Don't ask no questions or over-explain shit when it comes to the Bible, because, you know, that's the Lord's word, doesn't need much talking to. But all of a sudden in the interrogation room, great legalese talk here.
Things, where it was, I'm not sure, or if it was just idle chit-chat or what it was. That's all I'm telling you.
They then change the conversation to his gun history, and a third detective watching across the room chips in. Here, the entire atmosphere of the interrogation changes drastically.
Here, I feel like I'm in a movie, and I don't like what I'm experiencing. Okay, I don't like it, quite frankly. When asked for you to explain where you were or what you were doing or this kind of stuff, you would say, I would be doing, as though you are abstracting or as you are not actually saying.
Kind of seems like some Jeremy Hambling type answering the questions.
Saying, I was here, I was here, I was here, okay? And it sounds like wiggle room to skeptics like me, okay? And it appears, if I were going to be unkind or honest, okay, you have selective memory, okay? Granted, I will agree that people, several years have passed and whatever else, but I don't think fellows were that long away from you from the last interview, okay? And so things have shifted and all this kind of stuff. And I realize that it can be a tense time while you're here, and I don't expect you to be relaxed, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up, you sound like you're lying, okay?
I'll tell you straight up, I'm not. Straight up, I'm.
Case closed. He wouldn't lie. He's a priest. God.
I'm not.
And I think that I'm just more direct than maybe they're not thinking the same thing I am, but I'm telling them at the same time, okay? If I were sitting in their chairs, okay, we would be having a different conversation. Your recall is not explainable, or your lack of recall is not explainable, okay? It just isn't, okay? You put yourself into a difficult position that's very difficult to support.
We've never seen this in an interrogation video. A third party just showing up in the room and saying, I've been watching and you suck. These two, they're kind of rookie losers. If I was sitting there, I'd be telling you to your face that you suck and you sound like you're lying.
How about a polygraph?
How about
polygraph? I'd take a polygraph.
Would you?
As long as you keep the right to those specific questions, perfectly fine.
Specific questions mean?
Well, I'm just saying, did you kill Dan O'Connor?
So this is where Frankie Muniz was. He was on the case. He agreed to a polygraph. I believe him.
We're not speculating on all kinds of other stuff. If you make it point blank clear, I'll take a polygraph.
Okay. Would you be willing to come down? Obviously, with the stuff that we have, and to help us out. I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what
I would come down.
You would come down.
I'd make arrangements with the bishop. We'll make sure that we get things covered, and I'll come down.
Would you consent to a search of your residence?
Sure.
This detective definitely.
Wonder what the bishop thinks. Wonder if he thinks he's innocent.
Sounds very experienced, and his tone transformed this interrogation into a direct confrontation with Erickson. And if you wonder, wearing the religious robe is not illegal, but as the detective said, it's probably with the intent to dehumanize Erickson and maintain his high figure during the interrogation that he's wearing it. Erickson is then questioned about a sketchy situation involving a minor.
We have a concern also with some things that...
Aha! He tried to wear his priest uniform to have a sense of authority over these men over here. Being like, look at me, I'm a priest. I can never do such a thing. You must have the wrong person. I'm just an average witness. But they're gonna hit him with the...
So does this mean that this user hates all anime?
You're gonna hit him with the... If you're a priest, that must mean you like little boys. So why would you want to be that in a police interrogation room? Got him.
Do you have any idea why he would come to the Hudson Police Department and discuss something? What was your relationship with him?
Friends. I helped him out with, what do you call it? Well,
how close of friends were you with him?
Just friends.
Did he ever become highly intoxicated and get sick?
He did.
Tell me about that.
Well, he got sick, and so I went and I put him into the shower, took his clothes and got his clothes washed, and then brought him back and then put him to bed.
It's a crazy world when a priest hands out alcohol to a minor and then bathes them, a situation that had Father Ryan as their legal guardian, and yet on more than one occasion, he was an abuser who took advantage of minors. The priest tried to escape every question, but the detectives were onto him.
Just once?
Just one time, yeah.
For permission. Then after
no,
that,
I don't know his permission.
Okay.
I don't know if he asked either.
You knew that he was underage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you still provided alcohol to him at their house. They gave him alcohol. Wine?
Confession, bro. Do you not get how this works? That's why he's wearing the priest uniform, to remind you what his job is.
You know he was underage
Can
then
you
also,
bash
correct?
much?
Yeah.
Did you ever intervene? Say, do not give him the alcohol?
No, I did not.
Why wouldn't you intervene as a priest to give an 18-year-old kid alcohol? People are looking up to you. People have to respect you. Is there any legal reason why you would allow that to happen?
Father Ryan's silence is deafening. Detectives already knew about past allegations of sexual misconduct dating back to his seminary days, allegations that had been cleared after a psychological evaluation at the time. They then press him even more.
Talk to me laid on the bed together.
There was a time when we laid on the bed, we were talking about things of confession and trying to assure him that he wasn't as evil as he thought he was.
Well, I keep thinking it gotta be weird to get arrested for drinking, like, 18. Old enough to be an adult. You're not going to juvie. You're going to prison with the adults. Because you're an adult. But at the same time, you committed a child crime. You're an adult, but you're not 21 yet. So you're still too little to drink alcohol. I think that you should do time in juvie as a 20-year-old. I think it's only fair.
Or that his mother thought he was, and that was primarily it. I held him at one part as he was crying. I held him and said to him, that everything would be fine. Don't worry, God loves you, and reassured him about those things.
Anything else you want to add to that before I ask you about something else?
No, that's...
The detectives aren't buying it. They ask him harder about this history now, noting how he responds to these questions far more openly than to those about the murder.
You told him it was okay to become aroused when he was with you?
I told him it was okay to be aroused because I wanted to get across to him that that's not sinful in itself. That's not sinful to be aroused. And too often what happens is they get caught up in this idea that that's sinful in and of itself. And I said, it's what you do when you're aroused. It's the things that you do.
But he told us that he said he was supposed to lean against you so you knew that he was aroused and everything was okay. Why would you tell him that?
The only thing I was trying to get across to him was to tell him that arousal was not a bad thing.
I'm not saying, okay, that you're
No one was. Here's the thing. Obviously he's guilty. I'm just fucking around. But what other time would you have that conversation with the priest who's supposed to be answering these questions, honestly?
I'm not saying that. What I am trying to figure out is why would you tell an 18-year-old kid when he gets a on to lean against you so you know that he has a on?
Because I wanted him to get past the shame, the idea that this is a bad thing, that we have to hide these kind of things.
Tell me again why he was.
This guy's parish is quite fucking progressive, it would seem. Need to stop being sexually shamed around here in the Catholic Church.
Supposed to lean up against you when he was aroused. Just help my mind, enlighten me on that.
I have no explanation other than to say what I was trying to do was to get him to see that that is not evil. It's not bad. It's not wrong. And if he, I don't know. That's.
Have you had any sexual contact with another man?
No.
How about with a woman?
No.
Have you ever had any sexual contact with a child?
No.
A juvenile?
No.
Hearing such words coming out of a priest is sickening, but Father Erickson's memory isn't foggy on this matter. He even remembers the clothes he wore on that night with the juvenile.
What do you think should happen to the person who killed Dan O'Connell and James Ellison?
I think they should be put away for a long time. For life.
Okay, what do you mean put away?
I think that those two people actually were bad people. You see, I knew that they actually had an underground child sex slave railroad. I saw it. I can't prove it. It's in the past, and they're dead now. But it's true. They sucked. So whoever killed them, who wasn't totally me, deserves a thumbs up.
Locked up in the jail.
You don't know who killed Dan O'Connell?
No, I don't know who killed Dan.
Do you know why he was killed?
No, I don't know why he was killed.
Why was James Ellison killed?
I don't know.
Based on things that you've told us before, you're talking about the placement or where the bodies were and that type of thing. Do you think somebody just got in the way when somebody else wanted to shoot somebody else? Is that why there's two persons dead instead of one?
I don't know.
For those of you who don't know, the nature of the killings executed at close range suggested a deliberate act by a skilled individual. In a small town like Hudson, there were only so many people with that specific expertise.
Is a person, whoever kills another person?
If someone said that about my small town, the priest would not be the first person I'd assume. Breaking stereotypes, this guy. Except the one about getting aroused by children.
Intentionally kill somebody, not in self-defense. Are they ever going to be forgiven?
They can be if they repent of their sin. If they're sorry for what they did, if they're really and truly sorry, they can be forgiven.
If we said that we still have to clear up some things with you, told you things have become problematic here, okay? Some of the discrepancies, we've told you some of those, and we're trying to clear those up. How can you go about helping us clear those up? Because what you said sometimes, it wasn't that long ago, was it, when we came and talked to you?
I've thought about it since then. Those kind of things keep going through your mind as I sat there listening. I kept thinking, okay, now, did I do that? Didn't I do that? Did I go this way? Didn't I go that way? And so after you guys left, I started evaluating it all over again in my mind. Did I go that way? Didn't I go that way? What did I do?
He claims a complete lack of memory for that entire period, his selective amnesia returning at the most convenient moment, and the detectives have had enough, so they let him know some irrefutable facts.
And you stayed until the end of second shift, which you says is 12:30?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't arrive back to the church until nearly 3 o'clock that afternoon. I want to know where you were. Where did you go? They told you were not at the church.
Well, I'm not sure.
We got to have an. You told us before you knew right where you went, Ryan.
I thought I did. I thought I knew where I was going.
We have a void from what you say is 12:30 until other.
Remember, folks, never talk to the cops without your lawyer, and it's the burden of the state to figure all this out. Why are they making him feel guilty for not giving enough fucking evidence against him? How dare you cops do your job?
Persons say you did not arrive.
Did
back
any
to
of
the
them
church
say
until
what time I left? Do any of them know what time I left?
They.
Meaning
what we have to
Ellen
do
or somebody.
is you tell us or try to help us. Where would you go for that length of time on a weekday during the middle of the day if Father Peter was vacationing?
It could be anywhere.
Say Michigan Adventure.
I could have gone. I know I wasn't there, but it was typical for me.
When you open up your day planner, there was nothing on your day planner.
It's not untypical for me to go out and go to Leaflet Missile, to go to the chapel.
Okay. Where is Leaflet Missile?
Over in the cities. But I know I wasn't there that day. I'm almost sure.
Okay.
But I'm just saying it's not uncommon for me to just leave the office and go.
You left the school, but where did you go to?
I could have gone. I know that I went to tobacco. I remember the tobacco.
You didn't go to the church. You didn't tell anybody up at the church where you're going. They tried to make contact with you. They were looking for your assistance up at the funeral home. You were nowhere to be found.
I remember what I told you, or at least I remember as much as I can remember that I told you. I know that I went.
So not only is he a killer priest, but he's a lazy priest that can't be relied on in times of funerals. Great. Wow, you only have a few jobs, actually, sir. What the hell?
Up that way. I know that I saw something was wrong at the funeral home, and I know I was going to the tobacco shop. And I can't account for that time that that's missing in your chunk. I know I didn't kill him.
Hey, it's not missing in my chunk. It's in your hands.
Well, I know that, but I mean, what I mean is I don't know how to give you that missing detail of where I was during that time period.
This is a common tactic suspects use, attempting to explain away gray areas in their schedule by claiming vague or unverifiable activities like praying alone or going for a long drive. It is largely ineffective because it provides no tangible alibi and instead highlights their evasiveness.
I do in rare cases, and I don't in most cases.
How about this case?
In this case, my personal opinion is...
Well, you know what fucking sucks when he's known for being the gun guy, actually, before being the priest guy. He's the great marksman, so... If I don't know what I was doing at that time and it wasn't work-related, it'd be hobby-related. Your hobby is shooting. You're fucked no matter what, sir.
No.
Why?
Because the death penalty, I think, is reserved to those who cannot be reformed, and those who have been so heinous of crime, like serial killers and the like.
What makes you think that isn't the case here?
This priest isn't pro-life. He's a fake Catholic.
I don't think he's a serial killer.
Or a heinous crime.
How do you know they could be reformed?
Well, I don't. You asked me for my opinion. I told you my opinion.
About the death sentence.
Yeah.
So you think the person that killed Dan O'Connell and James Ellison should not die because you feel that they can be reformed?
I don't know. I would say that the person who killed them, I believe in life, and no, they should not be. Whoever it is should not be killed.
Just locked up for...
That's not what you said before, though. Yeah, I don't... Catholics are pro-life, though, aren't they? And yeah, The pro-lifers are the ones who are anti-death penalty for the most part. That's not a fucking liberal thing. Because you're all like, you can't... Because there are some actual real pro-lifers, and I respect them because they ain't hypocrites, unlike most. If they're going to tell you you're not allowed to get an abortion, they're not going to be pro-kill a prisoner either. They're kind of fake if they do.
Forever.
Not shocking, it goes in line with his belief that the killer can be forgiven. Prior to this interrogation, the police had been searching for his whereabouts. He admitted that he knew about it, but was waiting for their call. That doesn't seem like what an innocent priest willing to cooperate with law enforcement would do.
They wanted to know how their dad died. How would you explain it?
Innocent priest.
Now that's a funny name.
Well, if I was asked to explain to them how their dad died, I would say tragically. I don't know what I would say. I'm not sure how I would approach that. It would depend on the circumstance in which they were brought in and said, Father, could you please explain to them or talk to them about this? They're having a hard time. I might talk to them about how God does allow certain things to take place, or I might talk about how he's now in heaven with God and he's happy and watching over them. I probably would keep it at a very level that would be not talking about specifically what happened to him or that kind of thing, but talking about, hey, Dad's now in a better place. God, he's there watching over you. He's still present to you. That's how I would talk to him. Wanted something different, in the sense of talk to them about the shooting. And then at that case, I would say, go talk to Father Peter.
Why would you want to talk to Father Peter?
Well, because I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know where to go. I'm not a...
Unlike Father Peter, who saw the whole thing, so he would obviously know more about shooting than me. Haha, that should work.
Expert in that kind of field. I'm an expert in the God field. I can talk about, God's love.
Oh, are you hiding your marksmanship? Are you hiding that you're a Navy SEAL, bro?
Love and God's and the hope of everlasting joy. But I wouldn't know where to begin with counseling a child about their dad dying, especially in a very tragic way like that.
What do you think God allowed this to take place?
Not only a lazy priest, but just a fucking underqualified shitty priest, honestly. Like, I'm not going to this guy for no fucking advice. He sucks.
I have no
The killing
idea.
of Dan and James.
I have no idea. The only thing I can tell you there is I know that he allowed it to take place because nothing is done without God's allowal. Why? I don't know.
He rationalized the murder by coldly stating that God must have allowed it to happen, framing the brutal act as part of a divine plan beyond human
Whoa, True Crime Channel, we can't prove that isn't what happened.
judgment is a theological justification that strips away any sense of personal responsibility. Seeing this, the detective off camera chips in again.
That you're quite willing to tell us your faults in some areas, such as lack of social skill or desirability or adaptability.
Will you let these two do their jobs? Is it fucking job audit day, sir? Are they not doing good enough with their good cop, bad cop routine for you? Why do you have to keep chiming in? Is it training day for them?
Basically, I hear you talk about nervous bits and pieces and all this kind of stuff. You're on the inside of you. I'm not. I don't know what you're doing. Okay? But when I listen to you, okay, I see less nervous as in anxiety, anger, all this emotional kind of stuff. I really see it coming down to kind of like power issues that you don't want to be made a fool of.
No, because I really have been made a fool and I don't like it. But I've had that happen and that's not what, no. I don't want to be accused of something that I did not do.
Sure.
And that's where I'm at.
Help me out a little bit. because I'm still having, I'll give people locations, and I have strange locations too, and all these other sorts of things, okay? If you don't want to kill anything, okay? I find it a strange thing to be an aficionado of guns, which are designed to kill things, okay? And,
It's a fair question. He's already got the look like, oh, how weird of you, but no, that's a fair question.
what satisfaction is there, besides petting them, can one get from owning those guns if one doesn't really use them?
Well, I do use them. I went out.
But once again, I do know people with guns who don't fire them. They fucking treat them like collectibles and keep them in the box.
Hunting this last time. I haven't been hunting for a while because of where I've been stationed, such as in the seminary. You just didn't have time to do that. Sure. And being in Hudson, I didn't have in fact, I did go out hunting in Hudson a few times. I went out small game hunting, and I believe I did tell you that when you were there.
A priest and a gun enthusiast, two identities that should clash, yet he blends them with unsettling ease. He explains his fascination, even acknowledging the glaring contradiction of a man of God finding solace in instruments designed for violence.
Hunting and killing food, though, wouldn't be violence to Christians. Like, I thought this was kind of an own and like, there's no reason to own these, though. I'm not that educated on the guns, but you don't need these to shoot a fucking deer. Technically, you just need a bow and arrow. But yeah, I don't think there's anything unchristian about hunting.
And being in Hudson, I didn't have in fact, I did go out hunting in Hudson a few times. I went out small game hunting, and I believe I did tell you that when you were there. Made it pretty clear that I went out small game hunting. I have a license. You can check that with the whatever. And I think it goes all the way back 3-4 years that I was small game hunting. But so
more basic, what's the satisfaction?
The small game hunting definitely wouldn't need them big of guns. You're going after fucking squirrels and shit, bro.
Shoot.
Well, I like to eat what I shoot. That's the number one thing. I do like to eat squirrel quite a bit.
If after you have been...
How fucking dare you? How dare you? Squirrels are wonderful. I was joking.
Exonerated from your sins that you may confess. Okay? Does guilt go away?
I don't think so. I think guilt always remains.
Yeah, they kind of taste like, they got as much meat as rabbit, because there really isn't much meat on rabbit at all. They're kind of the same size, actually. I think squirrels, they get a pass. You wouldn't eat a rat. Why the hell would you eat a squirrel? They're cuter and they live in the trees.
At least I found that the things that I've done, the guilt is always there. And the reason is, at least the way that I rationalize it in my own mind, is that that's God's way of saying, don't do that again. Right. I think the way I counsel people and tell people when they come into the confessional, I say, guilt is a good thing. It means you have a conscience.
He is then asked more questions about his history. Detectives want to know whether he's had confessions for his sins and what is the limit of the laws he has broken in his lifetime.
I have a feeling he's not a real believer. Not only in hypocrite that he'd break the rules, but like, I think this boy's an atheist just playing. He likes the lore and he likes playing the character of a priest who owns a lot of guns. I almost feel like seminary's easy because you can just sign up, volunteer, and they don't turn you away, right? You don't have a job application process. It's not the highest standards, it seems. Still gotta get a degree in religion and stuff, I think, but I think a real grifter can get into one of these positions easy. Look at Jim Jones.
The worst thing that you think that you have ever done that's been illegal?
The worst thing I've done that's illegal is getting those kids stuff to drink when I know I shouldn't have.
Going back to a firearm that would be used to kill Deanna James. Do you know where that firearm is?
No.
Has anybody ever told you where that gun is?
No.
There's nobody in Hudson.
No.
Have you ever told yourself where the gun is?
Tell myself what the gun is. No.
If you think everything that you've seen is crazy, this next part is even worse.
I believe that if the person knows the suicide is wrong and they commit it, I believe it's in God's hands. I believe it's merciful. Ultimately, what I believe is that they don't go to heaven. That's what I believe. But there are other factors that play into that, such as were they thinking in the right frame of mind. But just on the very basis of the suicide itself, I would say that it would be just no.
Are you gonna, besides the two folks that are with you this evening, are you gonna tell anybody else that the law enforcement talked to you?
Should
tonight?
Should I or shouldn't I?
December 7th. I'm asking you, are you gonna tell anybody?
I may tell my mother. I'll call the bishop.
How many times does a bishop get woken up at night getting a fucking phone call saying, I won't come in for priestly duties tomorrow, I'm under arrest. Wild weekend, you know.
What are you gonna tell the bishop?
Well, I'll just tell him that you questioned me on these different things. I'll immediately tell him that there was an accusation made against me because I got to do that. And
an accusation made about what?
Well, the way you made it sounded like there's a sexual allegation made against me. If there's a sexual allegation made against me, I got to tell the bishop so that I can be removed from my position and go through all that crap, which...
Why are you yada-yada-yading a sexual assault allegation, a sexual harassment allegation against a juvenile? That's the thing, you're like, oh God, I'm gonna lose my job. Sounds like a job he don't even want. He ain't passionate about it. That's what I said. He don't care. He not a real priest. He don't care about this shit. He wants out. Or maybe if the Catholic Church moves him like they do, because they don't really remove positions, they kind of like will just move them to Australia or some shit. Way where it doesn't matter. He could escape the law.
Did anybody ever... Did we hear in this room?
That's what I was surmising.
Okay. Did you have the alcohol thing?
Well, that's what I mean. That alcohol thing.
The whole.
Yeah.
You'd have to contact the bishop over that.
If there was an accusation made, I have to tell the bishop.
What will be the consequences of that?
Immediate removal from the parish.
Ever contact the police department?
As soon as he'd know that you knew, so he would then contact the police department too.
Turns out he had once checked with a psychiatrist whether he had an alcohol problem, but was deemed fine. Father Erickson also had brutal clarity.
Am I an alcoholic? No, you're just a freak. Fuck.
On what would happen in the coming days.
I just know that I did not kill James Dan O'Connell. Did not happen.
Did you kill Dan?
I did not kill Dan.
Did you kill him?
No, I did not. I have no reason to want to kill Dan O'Connell. We never had any bad words towards one another. We never talked poorly to one another. There was never any confrontation between us. There was no reason for me to kill Dan O'Connell.
Okay. He came to our police department.
Mm-hmm.
We had a nice visit. That's just something that has come up So as part of the investigations.
Okay.
Because come up. There's some other things that, that people come to us.
Mm-hmm.
They want to help.
Sure.
They want to assist us. They want to help the community, the family, law enforcement. And there's going to be a whole lot more people coming to us.
Sure. Well, I understand.
Over this, how well publicized it's been a national.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that. I've got to call the bishop, and I have.
You have to tell him whatever you feel that you have to tell him.
Well, if the kid's making an accusation, I have to tell him that the accusation is made.
If the bishop would call us, what should we tell him?
Well, you have to tell him what was said. Whatever he presents is what has to be, and that's automatically.
How about what you said?
It doesn't matter. In the eyes of the bishop, it does not matter. The charter is very clear, and so what matters is what the person making the accusation has.
The detectives let him know that this was an unofficial questioning and that no formal complaint was made. His actions at this stage of the investigation can make a huge difference in how things turn out. So while they issued a warrant to search his vehicle, they did it as casually as possible.
You're good.
Why does he have a selfie with his Lincoln? We've never seen such a perfect shot like that for a documentary. Just random photo.
Sure. He's good. He's good. He's good.
You're giving that away.
I want to tell you something. If you want help,
no, I'm not.
This guy's. I'm not looking at you as a priest. Don't look at me as law enforcement, man to man.
No, I'm fine. It's just a matter.
Are you sure that? Because right now there's got to be about a bazillion things racing through your mind. If there is something that we can help you with, now's be the time, because we do have some folks up here that we know that if you want to go speak to somebody, or anything like that.
It's a matter of dealing with your bishop, just talking to the bishop.
I just wouldn't tell him.
Oh gosh, I can't think. I'm really honest. That makes my gut kind of turn.
Tell him because it's not been formalized. You wait till it's formalized.
But under the law, I'm a mandatory reporter and all these other things. And we just had a session on this.
Yeah.
He's the best employee, don't you know? He remembers what happens in all the law sessions. The seminars about what to do as a mandatory reporter.
All I can say is that when we were up here investigating, of course, the double homicide, and other things that do come in during the course of this, like we've told you before, we've talked to over 1,900 people. That's a lot of people.
Yep.
You hear a lot of things.
Yep.
Lots of things.
I know.
And from there, it's kind of our responsibility,
I understand. I'm not holding anything against you guys.
I'm not saying that anybody, at this point, I'm not saying that anybody.
How was there 1,900 people, though, they investigated before going on one of the local priests as one of the suspects? Who knows? Maybe it's because of a dumb reason he killed them. I don't even remember.
Why weren't you arrested?
But even if
you're saying that somebody came forward with that.
And what I'm saying, though, is if they came arrested or not.
But if he just came in and said, well, I just want this on file in case if it's ever needed for the future. Just put it that way. Then I'm just laying that. Okay, I'm just laying that in your hands.
It gives you choices.
Okay, you do with it what you want. I'll tell you this. I'll guarantee you, we are not going to leave here.
Oh,
you all right?
Oh,
we're not going to leave here. Go back home tomorrow morning. After we get done with our 5-mile jog, go up and call the bishop and say, "Hey, guess what? We talked to Father Ryan last night. You know what he said? That's not happening, Ryan. That's not happening."
But the point is that I feel like I would be.
I'm going to
have to just think about it.
We are not calling him.
Again, it's not a matter of that, though. It's a matter of is more of a moral issue. This person said this, therefore, do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not a matter of tattletaling on me or anything. It's a matter of, am I going to have the integrity to tell the bishop? You see?
So it's like when you drop DMs in a YouTube drama situation. I get it.
No, I understand. If he wants to call us, if you do decide, and we don't care what you do.
Father Erickson talks about integrity and doing the right thing with a seriousness that shows he was terrified of the thought. Since the questions ended, he started talking more to himself than to the detectives. He looked utterly battle-worn as he contemplated his own responsibility and whether he should formally report the matter himself. Seeing his state of mind, the detectives try to calm him down. They explain that their focus is the murder, and it wasn't a formal complaint.
I don't know where I was between 12:30 and 3 o'clock, other than to say that I was up. I know the tobacco shop.
Let me ask you one question, an honest question, and you can even ask it of me. If you were pissed off enough to shoot someone and kill him.
Smoking tobacco isn't very pro-life.
And I asked you, if you did it, would you tell me or Jeff?
If I did it right now,
what would you answer me?
If I did it, and I've been living with it for this long, and you guys had me cornered here, I'd break. I'd tell you. I know I would. And the reason is because I think the guilt would be so overwhelming. I really do.
If you could get away with it, would you tell us?
No. Yeah, I mean, if I could get away with it,
yes,
probably. I mean,
Light, if you were Kira, would this be a part of a fucking trick by you? Yes.
You try to get away with human nature says you try to get away with it. But I personally myself, I would tell you. I really believe that. I believe that if I did something that heinous, I would tell you, because I don't think I could live with myself.
Just days later, on December 19th, 2004, Father Erickson took his own life.
That kind of sucks for the victims, because it's always, I never know, catch-22 here, because it's like, he doesn't get to go before the community and face justice for his actions. But at the same time, now some of the loved ones of the victims don't have to get dragged through trial.
During a search of his computer days earlier, police found illegal images hidden in a deeply buried file path. My pictures/folder/holy mass prayers/mass prayers/new folder. Last accessed on December 12th, just days before his death. A John Doe hearing was later held, where a judge officially ruled Erickson responsible for the double homicide. The full, tragic story finally came together as a deacon testified that Erickson had confessed, saying, "I done it and they were going to catch me." This matched the account of a school bus driver who stated O'Connell had asked if she had ever seen the priest touch a...
Wait, though. So he confessed his crimes. You gotta do that as a Catholic, right? Or that's how you can still be a horrible person and go to heaven, right? If you can feel sorry and get the confession done before death. But then if you go commit suicide, which is a sin, and it's this is cowardice, because you're not paying for your mistakes and your sins. You're just taking away your life and just getting an easy exit. You're going to hell if hell's real, bro.
Inappropriately. He also mentioned a meeting with the priest that afternoon and was warned not to go alone. In one of his last notes, he wrote, "I've lived a hard but exciting life. I learned and I taught. I helped people and I hurt them, but I never killed anyone. My ego, my pride, my lust, my envy have always stopped me from being
fucking seminary light yagami.
The best person I could be. I am tired." Father Erickson had killed to silence the funeral director and eliminate...
I don't know about your high school picture taking skill though, bro. Alright. What else is on the docket? Y'all want to see how iDubbbz' YouTube stream went? Let's watch some Empathy Enjoyer.
Thank you, Chongo Hongo. Oh, guys, we're ready. Yes. Yes. Do you guys like the Big Bang Theory animation? Are you a fan?
So in the timeline, this takes place before the one we just seen in Stoic Chronicles. So like I said, these patrons fallen far.
And do you got any BBT fans in the chat? New couch? Yeah, I like the couch. Do you like the couch? I was a little bit scared because it's a small couch. It's a small couch, and when you have a couch that small, someone might say that it's a chair. You know what I mean? For
You bought it so they would say this shit, you dumb attention seeker.
a real big guy. It's a love seat. Yeah, I was thinking about using it and having a new camera setup for when we're on when we're watching movies or 90 Day Fiance. It fits perfectly in the frame. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. You say EBT fans? No, BBT, the Big Bang Theory. Big Bang is goated. Good to hear, Tao. Jesus on the wall, yes. I'm also thinking about getting a crescent moon on the wall as well. Did you move to Canada? I missed something? Yeah, I'm in Canada now. Thank you, Satan Side Piece. Yeah, all the alerts are attached to Twitter.
He's thinking about getting a crescent moon. How fucking horoscope white woman of him.
Twitch, so rip YouTube. So here's the deal, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are simply going to be playing with a slot box today. I have it around here somewhere. If you watch my latest YouTube video, you would know what this thing is. I just wanted to give some of you guys the opportunity to tell me your favorite prompts. So we'll do that in a little bit. And then, what was the other thing I was going to do? I'll just talk to chat for a while. Maybe we'll watch some furry content. And then we'll play Erdles. You guys might not know what Erdles are, but don't worry, you will soon find out. Gotta find the damn plug for this thing. Is it a sticker thing? It is a sticker thing. Al Pacino. Why are we getting more chatters on the Twitch now than we'd normally get? Why did you move to Canada? I mean, why not? Oh, yeah. 1 second. Players. Getting a message from my...
Oh, he has an audience popping off on Twitch, and he's acting shocked about it. How dare they?
My wife, and that's more important than you guys. Okay, I honestly have no words. What the fuck? I'm like doing my first YouTube stream. Well, not my very first, but and then I'm getting pinged by the head mod. I'm getting pinged by Anissa, by multiple people in the chat, all for the purpose of me looking at Anissa's Discord DM where she says, "Show chat this."
Good morning,
new uniform of the
Sneaky Silk.
Bangladesh Force Department. Yeah, so this is huge. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, I support the pants and the Doc Martens. Strip goes insane. I'm glad she distracted you for that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not on Twitter anymore for my mental health. And this is just a reminder. I should wear that. I might be able to get it. It's just a tiger print shirt and snakeskin leggings. You pull the outfit off though? I think so. Pink guy and Oni-chan. How do you support the pants over the shirt? I mean, they got some unique belts there as well. Talk about Big Chungus, please. Guys, the people over on YouTube chat are demented. They're asking me to talk about Big Chungus. I think, honestly, no, have you heard? Okay, something that happens when you are like Eastern European or something, where like all of the media that comes from the US, like they get it like 10 years or 20 years too late. So they're like people in maybe like Poland, I think are listening to like Katy Perry or something right now.
Where's Mau Mau? We need to confirm if what Ian Jomha says about Poland is true. And if I kissed a girl and I liked it, is just now kicked off there.
Like, that's what they're big into. I think it's the same for YouTube and Twitch. I think Twitch has their finger on the pulse. YouTube's over here and they're like, Big Chungus, Big Chungus. You guys are honestly, I think, convincing Twitch chat, though, that it's that Big Chungus is cool. Don't call me iDubbbz faithful. I'm not the faithful iDubbbz. That's cringe. You don't have that association. I don't want to be anything like the faithful sheriff, okay? I refuse to bounce on things. Have you played any story games lately? No. Any thoughts on the Noah Samson lawsuit? Yeah, fuck Ethan Klein. You know, big ups, big support to Noah Samson. Sewer Pickle 2? Yeah, I could do that. I've met a guy in Edmonton who seems to be a bit of a sewer expert or storm drain expert. And he knows like a lot of good spots. So I actually might be able to find a storm drain in Edmonton that meets my very high standards. How are the squirrels? Oh, they're good. Oh, right. The squirrels and the dogs are good. Fiona does have cancer. We are in the process of healing it using Western medicine. And the Western medicine is doing a good job at making her have constant diarrhea. And
now that's a funny meme.
Oh wait, I didn't mean that because the dog has cancer. I meant.
So does this mean that this user hates
Because
all
what the
anime?
fuck? Western medicine, Western imperialistic medicine. Nah, you need to use some Islam cure on that dog. That's the only way. We don't know shit over here on this hemisphere.
And de-swelling her notes. Boston Terrier, no, the Rottweiler. It's a process. It's a process. Sewer spaghetti is a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Do I leave these guys on screen? I don't think so. Make sure to ping me 15 times for the next elite image from Twitter. Yo, what up, Sage Naruto? Yeah, the next video on the main channel is going to be a Kickstarter crap. I went back and I started looking at old Kickstarter crap videos.
Okay, I've seen most of this
just
already.
looking at Kickstarter projects to wants to replicate a person, like a very specific person. So if you go into detail describing like a person's appearance, it'll just be like, nope, I ain't gonna do it. Thank you, Dingless Jones. Bro is sedated? Dude,
Hey,
I
this is
wish.
global.
A7, you ever think you'll go pickle hunting again? Yeah, dude, definitely. Let's go with, man, we got this in 2 last time. Mozambique. That's a country? Mozambique. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. I'll remember that. Mozambique. Okay. If it's there, then I reckon the actual country is somewhere here. We're going Algeria. Ooh. Okay. I don't think it would be here. I think it would be up here. I think we're actually looking at Ireland. Or Iceland. Fuck. Okay. We're cooler. So what that means is if this is the warmest, and this is pretty cool, and that's a little cooler, then it might mean that we're here somewhere. So we guess the Gambia. No, that's cooler. Fuck. What country is here, guys? Morocco? No, wrong direction.
I have nothing to say here. We saw how well I did at geography. Not very well. I wonder if that's Chad. The country of Chad.
Middle East. Let's think Middle East. Tunisia? That's a good one. Libya, Tunisia. Try Israel? I will not. I will not. I will do Palestine. Okay, that's warmer. It's somewhere in the area. God damn it. Libya. No. It's not going to be Egypt because Egypt is adjacent. Dude, it's something like... It's in here. It's in the Mediterranean Sea. It's like Greece or Italy or Tunisia. It's not Tunisia. Cyprus? Cyprus is warmer. Yeah, I think we're Greece. Greece is adjacent to the answer. Okay. What's that long, skinny one that's right here? I always want to call it... Oh, Albania? Albania's cooler. What the fuck? What is this one? Azerbaijan? Turkey? No, Turkey is... Oh. Turkey's here. Macedonia, Albania, Bulgaria. I'll do Bulgaria. Yes! Okay, that only took
Bulgarian
11
lives
guesses.
matter.
That kind of sucked. But we did it. We did it. Bulgaria. Oh, also, guys, I'm sorry for not streaming yesterday. Specifically, it being a 90-day day. I decided to take a what do you call it? A toe stretching day. I just decided to stretch my ligaments. We're not on YouTube today. No. I decided I need to figure that one out. YouTube, that is. Yeah, that's good. I support it. But now I'm going to pee. Say empathy enjoyer.
You know, just never forget still.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Based? Based?
Everyone's friend, Frogan. Ugh. Now, I can't do these tonight. I was gonna do, this is actually Hassan Piker reacting to a Willie Mack video. I think this is before they debated. I don't know, but I wanted to see what his hot style of debunking drama slop YouTubers is like, because we've seen his great reactions.
Notice how he hasn't actually disagreed?
And then, God forbid, I know, I'm gonna bring up the other one, because I want to know what his reaction to Kyle Kalinske is, but I don't think I got time for all this tonight. So let's just finish off on an Ewu, shall we? Ewu, and then we'll save the rest for a proper drama political stream. Let's see what ChatGPT made this person turn criminal.
You guys for the law. You're the right to you. Cannot afford the law.
Oh, great. We got a Joker wannabe. Ooh.
And you're gonna kill you all! Kill you all! In a world of pure imagination.
When police respond to reports of serious threats to a local business, they come face to face with a suspect whose behavior, that may have been shaped in part by ChatGPT, makes it nearly impossible to tell what he believes is real and what's a complete delusion.
Yeah,
How does a person get delusionized by ChatGPT? I'm sorry, this is me being an elitist again, being like, okay, so the whole Christianity thing, I kind of don't get it. Explain. Why am I supposed to care? Like, it's a fucking chatbot. We've had them since 2009 doing customer service, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed by AI. You're kind of a low IQ if this is true.
I'm the law.
The following is based on official police records released to date. On the evening of March 7th, 2025, a father and his son walk into a police station in Westlake, Ohio, to discuss a car the son had previously reported stolen, unaware that one of them is about to be arrested for something else entirely. The man in handcuffs is 20-year-old Shion Park, and the discussion about the car was all a ruse created by police to have him come to the station voluntarily.
Security perimeter. No weapons, guns, bombs, sprays, anything, or electric dog. Don't sit back. You sit back with me. You're entering your death.
The urgency to bring Shion to the station stemmed from a call earlier that night, when police were summoned to the Mark's grocery store where he works. According to reports, a co-worker from the store showed police text messages from Shion in which he threatened to kill everyone at the store the next day, while also calling himself Lord Shiva.
You know why you're here?
Because I want to kill you all in 12 p.m.
Some real said you gotta take these people seriously though, because Roger Elliott and Randy Stair have fucking crazy nerded everything, ruined everything.
What's the time? What's the time?
Hey.
11 o'clock. It's not 11 o'clock.
Hey.
You dumb.
Listen.
Oh, it's 10:57.
Shut the up. I did not ask you.
I don't give a
I think the best thing these cops could do is just fucking do the thing where you throw him in a room forever and leave him there forever and then be like, we'll be with you in a minute, and then continue to leave him there forever. But White Bowser was doing this kind of shit. Well, he thought the movie theater he used to work at was gonna get bombed because someone called in a bomb threat and he came there to save them or something.
who you asked.
Hey, you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you for the law. You have the right to you.
Oh man, I am the law, you dumb. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I am the law. Jesus. Oh, Jesus can't save you, buddy.
As Shion continues acting in a completely unpredictable manner with the officers, his father calls his other son from the lobby, hoping he can help communicate with officers.
I live in North Homestead, so I'm not too far, but I was just wondering what happened.
Yeah, so he was arrested by us for making threats.
Has he ever been diagnosed with anything or has seen like a specialist or no?
I think the only thing he's been diagnosed with like ADHD, to be honest.
Okay.
Dare I say, I kind of think this user is the attention seeker.
So wonderful is this life. He's not going to do anything, and he hasn't done anything like that. He said a couple weird things to me too. I told him to stop, and he did.
But his brother no longer seems to be the one he's listening to. According to police reports, detectives later uncovered conversations between Xi'an and ChatGPT discussing his plans at Mark's, where he refers to March 8th as Judgment Day. Investigators noted that during the course of the conversations, replies from the AI chatbot seemed to empower and validate Xi'an's opinions.
Good night. Like this is the last video I'm watching.
That makes you
Not
all
that
happy.
long.
Because I know what you've done for those children.
Oh, you're planning to kill me? You're planning to drug me? Oh, that's so nice of you. That's so.
It's not Persona 5. They're
They're
not gonna
kill
drug
you
you.
all! Kill you all! At 12. I'm never late.
You got an hour. Little less than an hour, about 9 minutes.
A little less than an hour.
I see what's going on here. He got summoned from the lamp like a genie, and much like the genie from Aladdin, he's making cultural references from the future.
And you're supposed to say it's a
When everything is a Jim Carrey AI-generated movie.
little less because that's the last time you're ever going to breathe.
No, I think that was. Oh, no, I'm still breathing. Oh, crazy.
I thank you so much. If you shake my hand, I will free you from your agony. But I know you won't shake my hand because you would never shake someone's hand.
I shake plenty of people's hands.
Can you shake my hand?
I just ain't shaking yours.
Your life depends on it.
No, it doesn't. I guarantee you have no bearing on my life.
2, 1. Thank you. You know, I love you. I love you very much.
Oh, come on, officer. They all say that until a pedo comes at you with a fucking pin. I still think that guy might not have actually been a pedophile. I think he wanted to go to prison. I think him, like a Frank Castle, had a fucking mission. Because, I mean, the best thing you could hope for is a person isn't a pedophile, right? Because we don't need any more of those. So I like to think that guy was on a mission. Because I don't understand why, after getting caught for saying, I like children, I'm here to kidnap a child, you'd go at the cop with a pin. Very sus. I don't think ChatGPT can make a person act like this. This seems some very fucking, I'm gonna be a Jim Carrey method actor and annoy the fuck out of everybody because my Asian parents didn't hug me enough today.
Good.
And you know, second chance.
Do you know what today? Tomorrow is?
Shut the up.
Do you know what tomorrow is?
Shut the up. I was not speaking to you. And you be in a world of pure magic.
And like, before I would guess ChatGPT, I would guess, you know, some bipolar, some borderline personality disorder stuff.
Nation.
Please. Forgiveness. Please. Forgiveness. What do you have to do? What do you have to do? What do you have?
We make it sound so hard to become a citizen of this country. Is it really? What's up with all these first-generation immigrants that don't ever know what the hell is up? But it's like, you got here somehow, and you became a citizen. You're just like, police officer, what about forgiveness? Just forgive. It's English is a second language, though, so I think he's just trying to make something happen here.
To do? Or what does he have to do?
Both.
Well, I told you he had to knock this off, and he didn't.
According to police records, in the days leading up to the incident, officers were called to the family's home multiple times for a series of troubling reports. Among them were messages Xi'an sent to former classmates, including images of himself with pentagrams and 666 drawn on his body, along with statements.
Oh, I did this in middle school all the time. He'll grow out of it.
about taking one of their souls. There was also a claim that he had purchased a gun. At the time, officers determined he didn't pose an immediate threat and warned him to cease contact with the involved parties.
A gun? You know what a gun is?
Yeah.
Did he buy one?
You want to buy?
Did he buy one?
He bought?
I'm asking you, did he buy a gun?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He had something going for him, like, you know, he was like doing golfing calls and all that, but all of that went really bad, and ever since then he's just been having a really difficult time accepting that it's gone really bad.
You can't do anything to me.
Sit down. There's no fear.
None.
Stop, love it. Don't do it again. Don't.
What's happening is in his head, he's a cool guy in a fucking anime, in a movie, a fucking Deep Junko Inishima, fucking the Joker character, in like, yeah, he's got enough mental illness going on that like he thinks that these people give a fuck.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh no, please. Yes. Oh, wait, well, I need your officer. No.
You have it all.
No, your name.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lieutenant Fox.
Oh, Lieutenant Fox! Oh, Lieutenant! Shut the up, Lieutenant. Get the out of my sight, little. Can you be a good dog?
I cannot believe that never in the 60s, the 70s, no one's ever instituted, let's start gagging the suspects and then argue it's for their own good because they have the right to remain silent and most of them are stupid and don't do that. So if we just gag them, then we don't have to hear their abuse all day and they don't get in more trouble. Fair, fair.
Give me a drink?
No, don't think so.
Why do you ask why?
Because you just spit
Shut
on.
the up. I'm speaking.
No, I'll speak whenever the I want to. Okay?
You won't.
I will speak whenever the I choose to.
Look at me. Look at me! Tell me.
Do you think you intimidate me, dude?
No.
I was just thinking, is like, since his dad doesn't, like, English is not the first language at all going on here, but as per usual, the kids are quite fluent, quite Americanized in it. Like, does he overhear this type of thing and then think, whatever, they're just doing their American stuff, quoting their John Wayne movies over there?
I don't.
Good, because you don't.
Don't you dare look at me. That's funny, right? You will be forgiven for laughing. And you're gonna see what I can do.
Thank God. You're saved.
Spirit. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you flip it upside down? Because you're gonna die. And you, especially, officer, on the computer. Yeah, with the glasses, Mr. Four Eyes. Oh, why am I here? No! I need to get out. No! I need to run. Push me down, please. I need to get out of here. Because I need to save your guys' lives. I need to go. Can you release me? I need to run away.
Sit down.
There's no...
Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what the anime plot happening is. What's the plot? Is the Cloverfield monster out there?
Yes, master. Wait, do you guys like Logan Paul? Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Go.
What's your social?
Come now, this is a pro Logan Paul channel. We don't like that Jake Paul here, though.
I don't know my social, you dumb. How many orgies have you guys been in? You four.
This user said the N-word. Bad. It wasn't Tim Pool. It was him.
Therapy right now.
Although the family believes Shion is harmless, officers still have a duty to determine the credibility of his reported threats.
You keep saying March 8th at 12 o'clock. What's the significance?
Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's all a act. Look into my eyes and lie like I lie. You're safe.
What's your problem with people at Marks? Is that what you said? You want to kill them all?
Yeah, but then they'll die. Again, you're supposed to torture me today. And you don't choose to torture me, I'm literally gonna kill you all. This is the last chance. If you don't shoot me right now, I'm gonna kill you all. And if you don't kill me right now, I'm gonna kill you all. Five. No, dude, this is the place where I'll be awakened, you idiots.
Duh, guys. It'll be like 11 in Stranger Things. This'll be like my solitaire channel, and I'll be with all my senses, and my psychic powers are for sure gonna take place, and I'll snap all your heads off. It's like, if I imagine it, it'll happen. Because I am a zoomer. Her flip.
I need you to take it off with me, because I'm not gonna do it. Good boy.
As the officers get Shion dressed into his new county-appointed wardrobe, a revelation seems to wash over him.
Wait, am I gonna go to prison? My children will kill you all. Let's go! No way I'm gonna do this with you guys. Let's go! Don't touch me, you little.
According to police reports, once in his cell, Shion continued his volatile behavior, removing his clothes, piling them in a corner, and urinating on them. He danced, screamed, sang.
What? I wonder what... Maybe I need to watch some more 60 Days In or something, but honestly, what are the... They did that. They made their cell smell like piss, right? They put piss all over their clothes. Whoa, that totally sounds like I'm not in a hurry to take care of that, and that can be a them problem. And then maybe they'll think about it next time, mental illness or not.
And shadowboxed, and at one point attempted to break the cell's surveillance camera. He also stuffed his bedsheet into the toilet, flooding the cell. Eventually, as he began to calm down, Shion requested a Bible. A search of the father's car and Shion's bedroom was completed, but no weapon was ever found. A correction officer reported the day after his arrest, Shion admitted to him that he consumed shrooms the day before and had no recollection of the previous.
It all makes sense. It was just an anime in his head. He didn't know no better.
Night. Shion was banned from all Mark's properties.
Give you water.
Whoa, that's a
give you water,
Kroger
you're going to kill us, but even though you requested water.
Yeah.
According to court records, Shion Park was charged with 2 counts of harassment with a bodily...
You're still threatening to kill us even though you requested water. Yeah, I can't hate him, though.
...substance, 2 of aggravated menacing, 1 count of vandalism, and 1 count of intimidation. After a psychiatric evaluation, Shion was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Get the full story without the...
Well, I mean, technically he didn't do anything but threats, and he got banned from the grocery store for life, and he'll never get to enjoy their deals ever again. So, truly, who is the real victim here? It's a punishment the taxpayers didn't even need to pay for. That's pretty fucking sweet, actually. Okay, that turned into more of a crime time, but it's like, honestly... Okay, so Morgue Pie is in drama, and she's the one that honestly was behind the Super Mega cancellation a couple years ago, which was, I thought, one of the craziest dramas to happen until the Mama Max thing happened, like, right next, but... There was Lex Updog, there was Ethan Is Here, who is now, like... is a woman now, even though Lex was dating Ethan and then dated someone else. It was very confusing, but at the end of the day, it was because Morgue Pie was dating Ryan when Ryan was taking a break from his girlfriend, fiance, wife thing, and they got back together, though, as it do, and he didn't call Morgue Pie back. So, but now she's in trouble for something. Might look at that next time. And next crime time, mom has no idea her daughter killed her husband with a samurai sword. How do you not click on a video with that title? But that'll be next time. We might mix it in with some good old religion again, because Even though sometimes it bums me out, it's still interesting. And I'm thinking about DLC edition. Maybe we can actually go find some users now that we've gotten our denomination handbook down. Because not all denominations... is all I'm going to say. There are some people out there on the internet. We got the people that believe in syntax theory. They're pretty cool. I haven't done users in a minute. That might be good. I don't know. I've got some optimistic plans for the future. Thank you for hanging out this late. I apologize for my ways. Goodbye. Okay, Twitch and Kick are out of here. I'm just talking to you, YouTube. You guys are the real ones, you know? Fucking no one even watches over there. Kick is nothing but bots. I was hoping for Kick, because, you know, Twitch sucks so much because of all the terrorist glazers and stuff over there. It really sucks. But Kick. Like, there shouldn't be bots there, because what if they cheat at gambling? That makes no damn sense. Anyway, good night. Thank you all for being